has had any problems subbing. No one has had any problems subbing. And then the spam guy promised us 109 subs. He's given us one of those subs. Has been unable to sub.
You promise us the world, you bring us nothing.
So we
Bring us
don't
processed meat.
We don't like liars in the stream. We like the people who are loving. Welcome to another week. I bought this. This is my. Look at this.
Can I press it?
Yeah, go on.
Oh.
That's Halloween sorted. My boys love that. Where did you get it from? I don't know. I saw an advert on Facebook, some hooky site in China. But it's quite solid. Do it again, go on. Hang on, let's get close up. Let's get if any of these close-ups work. Here we go.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Love it.
Spooky, that. Very spooky.
David Turner says, what you're saying is that a fella called Spam might not be as legit as we first thought. Hang on a second. David Turners, I'm about to make your night. Oh, no.
If you could spell his name correctly.
Arise. Arise, St. Elmo's Fire. Arise. You are vipped. You are vipped. Welcome. Now, I didn't tidy up any... It's the only funny show on Twitch. Oh, we haven't got the graphic.
What are you playing at, mate?
Oh, did we have the graphic on any of the other screens? Excuse me, the screen. I'm going to go through... Oh, what's that? No, the graphic isn't on any other...
Uh-oh.
Do it again.
Uh-oh.
Excuse us. So I've got to add text. I hate Streamlabs. Oh, no. There it is.
Add that.
There it is. Can you read that?
No, make it bigger. Make it bigger. Bigger still. No, too big. Smaller. Make it smaller. Make it smaller. Make it slightly smaller. Too big. Just right.
There we go, guys.
Beautiful.
And
This is what we wanted.
Now I need my alpha sync.
We're going to put it up.
I don't know if I've got it.
Is it here? Does it go here?
I don't think I've got it. Oh, hang on. Let's go. Got so many. Is it that one? There we go. Add source. There we go. We'll have that up there and that can go there. All right. Welcome. It's the only phone-in show on Twitch. And I'm having real technical problems. Here's something I would like to do. Right. And maybe one of you fans can help me with this. I would like the camera at the moment. We're under the stairs. I'm going to show. Hang on. I'm going to show you. I might have buggered up all of these cameras. Hang on. Have I got any of the other cameras on here? I'm going to show you what we're dealing with.
Oh, that's not that.
Right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. We're going to go silent for a minute. Let me just copy that. This is what you guys want. Camera 2. I'm going to go silent for a second, so don't tell me we've... Yeah, you can hear us. Okay, right. So you can hear us now. And then we want video capture. Then we want no, not any of those.
Yes.
Which is that one.
No.
Right, it's that one. That's what we want. So I'm going to show you what we're dealing with, and you can help. Right. So this is the one with the short cable.
Oh, mate.
Hang on. All right. Hang on. Hang with me. There we go. So, this is us, right? This is us. And this is what... So, we got here. That's the under the stairs. You see? So, that's the under the stairs. And then round... Or you can see all of these. There's no passwords on there. There's a picture by our friend Mugger Harris. Look at that. Isn't that great? Love that. I love that as inspiration. There's a picture by my good friend Catherine Boyle.
Boom.
There's a picture by my favourite writer Kurt Vonnegut, and there is the score, 1-1 for Ian and Catherine. News on that in a minute, and this then you come back round to us. So we're under the stairs, right? And the camera, the camera is on a tripod that is wedged up against the wall, right? It's wedged up against the wall. So here's what I'm thinking I'd like, and I was just looking on Amazon before we came here. This must exist. What I want is a wall mount, right? I want a telescopic wall mount that camera can sit on, right? And so we can bring it closer if needs be. I've got a little bit of a zoomage on there, don't worry. We can bring it closer if needs be, and we can change the angle. But I want it on a wall mount because it's on a tripod that's wedged up behind there. There's no room on here. There's no room on here to put a tripod, right? There isn't any room. I don't want it in front of this screen. That's pointless. There's no room there. These two monitors are kind of packed up. So I want it, and there's no room behind there. Look how much room we've got behind there, right? There's no room. So that tripod is wedged. So I would like a wall mount that comes out maybe 10 centimeters and extends to, let's say, 20 centimeters, that I can put that camera on, and I want that. Now, I had a little look on Amazon, and I couldn't really find what I wanted, but it was just a little look on Amazon.
A tiny little squiz.
So what I don't want from you is there is a company out there who do them. As I was looking at them, well, that is absolutely zero use to me. That's no use. That is no use whatsoever. Like a TV wall mount, says Scott Hatley. No, nothing like a TV wall mount. Like a camera wall mount that is telescopic and can extend from 10 to, let's say, 25 centimetres. Something like that you can fit a camera on. No, Benzo, not a bookshelf. See, none of these comments are helpful.
I'm astonished.
Rob says there's a company out there that does them. Apparently so. Kind of like a selfie stick, but that attaches to the wall. So not really like kind of like it, but not it. Right, now, Flibble says, newer wall mounting boom arm on Amazon. I can guarantee you from my history of following suggestions from people online,
well,
this will not be...
It might be just the job.
We want.
It might be the very thing.
This will not be what we want, okay? So we're going to have a... No, that's not it. That's not it. Because that's a triangle. Why would I want... Whoa! Where does it show? Well, it doesn't matter. I got doxed earlier anyway. Where does it show? Can you see it now? Wall-mounted gimbal is what you need. Depends on the camera. It's a Lumix GH5. Can you see it now? You can't see it now. No. That's what looks good. No, hang on. We're getting confused. Matty, can you cut that out for me, please? And I'm really sorry because I'm at my wit's end.
Wow.
I'm at my wit's end with this.
How many minutes in?
Seriously. There is a straight model as well. I do not see a straight model, but right, so we're going to move it over here. Right. This could be it. Photo R professional photography, adjustable 2-section ceiling wall mount, mounted boom arm light stand support for studio lighting. That's it, isn't it?
I think it might be.
That is it. But how big is it? It's between 34 centimetres and 54 centimetres. That's too big. 34 centimetres is out here. Too big.
It's a school ruler.
So, but okay, we know it exists. I can look at that tomorrow. Thank you very much indeed. Let's have big up Matty. Can we get a shout out from Matty, please? Who basically keeps, every time I screw up and reveal, dox myself. Mason John, Manfrotto. Right, here we go.
Manfrotto single arm section. Manfrotto?
That doesn't sound decent, does it?
Come on.
Let's go to Manfrotto. Now, what did he say? Manfrotto single arm 2 section. Well, no. Because Manfrotto single arm, but what does it? It doesn't screw onto the wall, mate. What is this for? What? What is this for? It doesn't screw on the wall. I want it to screw on the wall. What? What is this rubbish? You're getting very close to timeout. This is a more versatile version of Bogan's single articulated arm.
I wondered.
A telescopic feature makes... I want that. But it doesn't fix to the wall, you absolute melt. Doesn't fit... Doesn't... time them out, please.
George, mate.
Fortunately, cat cam is not working.
He's ripping up the rug there.
But once again, CatCam Streamlabs resets itself every single time. That won't work. That won't work. Hello? No. No. We can't. CatCam is dead. CatCam is dead. Welcome to the show. Tonight we've got Professor Joe Lavens on.
Oh. Finally, some scientific advice we can all rely upon.
How are you?
I'm thumbs up haps.
So tomorrow, I'm going to rebuild Streamlabs. And tomorrow, I promise you, a whole load of... We have been sent... We're not going to look at those.
No, let's keep it special. We've been sent some diagrams.
We've been sent some diagrams for later, and we're going to look at them when it happens. We're going to look at them when it happens.
Because we're going to need some expert guidance on these. They're very complicated.
It's Monday. We're just getting into the vibe. That's all that's happening. Let's tell you what. Let's play some adverts.
Yes.
Just getting into the vibe. I know what I'm going to do. Play some adverts. Right. I want to... Lot to talk about. I did my step 5 today.
Yeah. Which for the non-steppers is?
I'm free from a lot of resentment. Looked at all of my resentments. Crossed your name off in the end because I was going to do you last. Crossed your name off because here's the thing. Oh, I nearly got killed the other day.
Oh. Yeah. Which one are you going to tell first?
I nearly got murdered the other day, right? So
It was last night.
It was last night. So I'm driving home. And I'm driving up this lane where I think it's road. It's either 40 or 60. I think it was 40 at night. And there was me and one lane going that way, one lane going this way, right?
Yep.
And there was me in the car. There was a car in front, bit of a distance in front, and we were both doing 40, the speed limit. Then a car comes and overtakes, and doesn't overtake me and pull in front of me. It could have done. It would have been a little bit tight. There was a gap between us, but it wasn't.
It would have
really...
caused you to brake.
But so instead of doing that, there is a stray hair under the bid. Should we have a little look at that? Let's get a little closer look. Even closer. So instead of coming in front of me, he went in front of the car in front of.
Can't stop looking at it now.
Okay, it's fine. It's meant to. All right, I'll get rid of it then. Fine. But in doing so, it was a long old thing. He had to go. Iain, click this. Right, Papa Morph. If this is wrong, you're getting timed out. Time him out. Because it's not telescopic. I looked at that one. How do I know it's not telescopic? Because one of these will say fixed height. Fixed height. It's not telescopic. Time him out, please. Time him out.
Outrageous.
Time him out. And so he went. But as he went, was pulling up, not quite parallel with the car in front. He was sort of about half and half. A car started coming from the other way.
Oh.
But he was in the other lane, completely in the other lane. And he didn't. So I slowed down so that he had room if he wanted to come back. He didn't. He sped up so that he could go in front of this car.
Towards the oncoming vehicle.
So that he could go in front of the car. And the car coming towards him had to swerve. And it was terrifying. Right, about 15 minutes later, I found myself behind him again. Right? Because he obviously got stuck. It was like a lot of country lanes and stuff. But roads, some roads where it's like 40 and some where it's 60. But it's in the country. And he'd obviously got stuck behind this car. So we're then on this road that gets a bit bigger. It's called the Wendover Bypass.
Oh, I know that.
And it's loads of accidents on there. It's 60, but so many accidents because it's like a lane. A lane is like a lane and a half wide. So people will try and overtake it like 70, 80, but then they hit something on the other side, and if someone else is, it's a horrible road. But so I'm behind him, and hit my full beam to say this is about 15 minutes later. So you're a twat, right? Soon as I hit the main beam, oh my god! He slammed his brakes on, and then drove off again, and then he did a skid, and turned and blocked the road. Now he's driving.
It's on the Wendover bypass.
Yes, sir.
Flipping it.
He's driving a Fiat 500. It's a tiny, small car.
Or Quado.
And he blocked it, and then he gets out of the car, and he is big. He's short. He's about 5'10", squat, but muscular, and not muscular like he goes to the gym 2 or 3 days a week. Like a bodybuilder muscular. Shaved head. Tats.
Like a muscly thumb.
Yeah. What are you... And he's walking towards my car, right? I shit it. And I was like... I had to slam my brakes on, so I'm very close to his car. So I managed to undertake his car. And I'm going to say it. I sped off and I drove fast. Because I was scared.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
this guy's loco. He's stopped on the bypass. It's insane.
A few other cars on the road, so I kind of managed to get in front of them.
I think you're right, Shorty McStumpy.
Get in front of them. I didn't break the speed limit, and I overtook safely. Then I see him thundering up behind me, right? And he's speeding to catch up with me, because he stayed kind of parked for about 10 seconds. He's speeding. Then we get to a roundabout, right? And I wanted to go straight because that would take me closer to my home. I thought, no, I'm not going straight. I'm going to turn right towards Aylesbury.
Yeah.
So I turn right around this roundabout, and he tries to go outside me to go round. And then there's one point where I'm like this, and he's coming to me like this on a roundabout. So I then had to put my foot down to get out of the way, and then he's just hanging behind me, and he puts his main beam on, so I slow down a bit, and he takes his main beam off, and then just as I do that, yes, mate, my legs were shaking. I was bricking myself now, and then anyway, so he's following me for a couple of miles, and I'm thinking, oh god, and I used my phone while I was driving. I'm not proud, but look for a police station. There was one literally half a mile away.
Yeah.
So we get into this police station. And so I then turn right into the police station. But it's kind of through this sort of dark lane. And you have to go around. And of course, this was about, 8:30. I don't know what the time was on a Sunday night. So it was dark. Police station shut. And there's a barrier right, to the police, which I think was to the police station, but I'm not totally sure because I've never been there before. But there was a barrier and there was an intercom. So I pulled up at the barrier and I pressed the intercom. And he's followed me. And he pulls up right behind me, so I can't go anywhere.
Mate.
I'm thinking, oh no, man. And he comes up to the car and I couldn't work it out to lock the door. I did the window up, but I couldn't work out how to lock the door. I'm thinking, God. And he stood there. What's your... Lena says, Dominic Littlewood must be stopped. What's your effing problem? I said...
Your problem.
I said, mate, you were driving like a prick. No, I wasn't. I'm trained to drive like that. And he's wearing a London Fire Brigade t-shirt. I got a lot of respect for the fire service, guys. I've got a lot of respect.
I don't think they do undercover firework, do they?
No.
So in a Fiat 500?
No.
No, just checking. I should Google that.
He said, I didn't break the speed limit. I said, yes, you bloody well did. He said, no, I didn't. And I'm trained to drive like that. I'm in control of my car. Why did you flash your headlights at me?
I'm trained to illuminate.
Then the anger is, I'm scared, right? Because I'm in a dark alley by a closed police station with someone roidy, right? But I wound down the window. I said, why? I flashed the lights because you're driving like a prick, mate. He said, I'm trained to drive like that. You have got to change your attitude.
Wow.
Don't like being followed, do you? I said, no, of course I don't like being followed. And then he went to walk away. And I said, you need to effing calm down, mate. And he turned and he came up to the car and he said, oh, I'm calm. Trust me. If you ever see me when I'm angry, you know it. And I was really scared. Then he gets back in his car and he has to do a 3-point turn. Now, as he did a 3-point turn, I got out of my car with the phone and I'm taking pictures of his car. Didn't get a picture of him. Got a picture of his car. And then he pulled out and turned right. And then I pulled out and turned right. And then I'm behind him at some more traffic lights.
God.
So then I make a big deal of getting my phone and obviously taking pictures, right? And he, of course, then when the lights go green, he just sits there, loving it. And then this is when it gets insane, right? And then I don't know, I did it because I was scared and I felt emasculated and I felt I wanted to do something to get some of the power back. So I rammed into the back of him. No, I didn't. I wanted to do something so that I could go away feeling I had somehow salvaged something.
Yeah.
So then we're driving along the road next to each other, and I wound down the window, and I'm bibbing him, and he's ignoring me, and I'm bibbing him, and he winds down the window, and I said, I'd like to apologise to you.
Right.
Hoping he'll go, you know what, mate, I was out of order as well. I'm really sorry. That would have done it. He went, I accept your apology, so what? So then I say, come on, man. You know you were driving like a C. Well, I wasn't. And I'm laughing, going, come on, man. Just admit you were driving like a C. I was not driving like a C. You were driving like an absolute idiot. I'm trained to drive like this.
Oh, come on.
Oh, mate, come on. You know you were driving like a C. Just say it. All I need is for him to say, Joyce got to sleep. He's driving like a C, and that's it. It's over.
I mean,
I want a little bit of humanity, right? Nothing. And then he lets me go.
right. First of all, no one is trained to drive a Fiat 500 like a C. Secondly, he surely has cut enough people out of cars to know that you do not drive like a C. Thirdly, I'm going to say it sounds roidy.
It felt roidy. It felt cokey. Felt that very dark.
The only thing missing was, and my dad's a boxer.
Yeah, a very dark vibe. And I felt upset. I was angry. I was scared. Say emasculated. And I tweeted it and blocked I tweeted it. I was still shaking. So tweets were, the spelling was okay. So everyone that said, can we get a proofreader? Block. So Then Kath phoned me up because she read the tweets. You're right. I said, I don't know what. I just don't know what to do, and it was going to sit on me. So she suggested calling the police. I went, no. I'm not going to call the police. What are they going to do? And then I went, actually, no, I'm going to do it.
Here's why I suggested you call the police. Because he's obviously used to behaving like that, right? If he's done it to you, he's doing it to other people.
Yeah.
And he's probably getting away with it because everyone does that thing. It's like if you're in a horrible situation, right? First thing you do is get out safely, and then you kind of tell yourself it's over and you forget all about it. But the thing is, that allows that behaviour to continue. And he's obviously used to chucking his considerable weight around. So, if he's done it to you, he'll do it to someone else. He'll slip up again. Also, he could have killed someone.
I called up the police. Guess what the police officer's name was?
PC Plum, I found your doggy.
His name was Ian, and instantly I felt at one. And I said, look, this sound, I did a 101.
Was it Ian Plum?
Yes, it was. And I said, look, I feel silly saying this out loud, but this is what happened. And he took it all down. Now, here's the thing. So I gave him the number plate, description of the guy, all of that stuff. And he took, and I thanked him at the end, said, thank you for taking this seriously. And he said, no, that's what we do. But they're not going to do anything about it. They're not going to, trace the car and go and knock on his door. What they will do is keep his details on record. He spelt it IAN, Mandy. They'll keep his details on record. If that number plate comes up again, it will pop up.
Yeah.
And I complained to London Fire Brigade as well, because I tweeted them and they sent me a link to
Also,
complain.
he's using his flipping professional qualifications as an excuse to bully, so no.
So that is what happened. And it was horrible. It was horrible.
Imagine a colleague with that temper.
Yeah.
Imagine a partner with that temper.
Now, and this is why it ties into my step 5.
Oh.
Right? Because a lot of the step 5 is looking at resentment. Mm-hmm. Step 4 and 5, step 4, you write down the resentments that you've got.
Yeah.
So I've got resentments with the people that abuse me in the Cubs and with my mum and dad and with all kinds of people. And the trick of it is you write down what the resentment is and how it's affected you. Mm-hmm. And what the categories are, it's affected your pride, your ambition, financially, sexually. There's a couple of others kind of categories, right? And you can tally it all up. And then my sponsor says, all right, so that's your resentment towards, let me think of one. Okay, I had a resentment towards talk radio.
Yeah.
Right. And one thing I was able to do, I also have resentments with various people in talk radio, Dan Wootton and Julia and Denny and James, right? And as we were talking, I went, actually, do you know what? These 4 people, I can put them all into this talk radio thing. They're all, kind of much of a muchness. And the resentment is, it doesn't quite work for talk radio. It doesn't quite work for talk radio. Anyway, what you learn by looking at your resentments, mm-hmm. he then says, okay, so that's how you feel about that, how that person treated you. Now, what was your part in it? What? Talk radio 1 doesn't quite work. What was your part in it? What do you mean? And we used the example of this guy, right?
Yeah.
So we talked about it. He said, what was your part in it? What was your involvement that made that happen? I said, well, there wasn't any. So he was driving like a prick. He went, right. Were you in danger? I said, not really. I said, right. And then you caught up with him, 15, 20 minutes later? I said, yeah. And what did you do? I flashed him. Right. So for those 15, 20 minutes, you've been holding on to that anger and you flashed him. What would have happened if you hadn't have flashed him? He wouldn't have stopped in the road and then followed me and then threatened me outside a police station.
Yeah.
So the lesson is learning to let it go. He's learning to let it go. You're angry with him because of what he did afterwards. He didn't do anything to me before apart from do a shitty overtake.
Yeah.
That was it. And if I'd have let that go, if I'd have just thought, oh, what a tosser, or I'd have prayed on it or done the serenity prayer or called you and said, if I'd have called you and said, I've just been overtaken by this tosser.
It would have gone.
I think when I catch up with him, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. You'd have probably said, is that the best idea? Just let it go.
But
go on.
Then he goes around behaving like that, thinking it's okay.
It's not my business.
Oh.
It's not my business.
But then if everyone does that...
But he hadn't done anything to me. He hadn't done anything to me apart from a really bad, dangerous overtake that actually wouldn't have impacted me.
Maybe.
No, but when you get it, and it does apply to Gaunty as well. But if I hadn't have caught up with him, I didn't chase him, but I caught up with him. If I hadn't have flashed him, the next 30 minutes wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have felt ashamed and emasculated and violated and threatened and scared, and I wouldn't have had to call the police. None of that would have happened. None of that would have happened. You can't quite see it.
I can.
And if he had gone off and threatened someone else at a later date, that's nothing to do with me. That isn't anything to do with me. If it hadn't have happened to me, it is something to do with me now because it happened to me. But it isn't anything to do with me if he does it next week. And I hadn't have. If he did it last week, it didn't me. It's nothing to do with me, and it's not about being an irresponsible citizen. I don't want a dash cam. Everyone keeps saying get a dash cam. I don't want a dash
Oh, I had a dash cam because I had a dodgy thing happen to me. Of course, nothing ever happened again, except I was worried that the dash cam wasn't working.
And just quickly, because we don't want to talk about John Gaunt too much, but right. So I've got a copyright strike against me on YouTube because I've got a clip of him, and I've appealed that, and the copyright strike will go because what I was doing was fair dealing. But why was John Gaunt slagging me off on his show?
Well, that's an eternal conundrum, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's because I keep prodding him. Because I keep prodding him. Keep going on that forum.
Because you haven't forgiven him for what he did before.
Yeah. Now, I think it all falls back to me saying something complimentary, but constructively critical about his podcast, which he took the wrong way. And that's kind of where it's all escalated. But everything that he has done towards me since, including slagging me off on his podcast, including, I want a job, all of that. That's because every time he does something, I go back and prod him.
Yeah.
Now, if I stop prodding him now, will he stop doing those things? Possibly. Possibly eventually. Maybe not. But it doesn't...
But that's on him.
It's on him. And I couldn't give a fig about what he thinks about me. Doesn't like me. Thinks this show is rubbish. Thinks, you're a silly girl. Thinks the numbers are dropping. Thinks, thinks it's shameful that I'm asking for you're out of the shot a little bit. Let's get you. Thinks it's shameful that I'm asking for work. All of that stuff, right? Paul, I'm going to call you back in a second. His opinion.
I don't think he really thinks those things at all.
I don't care.
I think it all comes from his own resentment.
But even that doesn't matter. What his opinion of me is, or what he says his opinion of me is, they're both the same thing, really.
Yeah. It's nothing to do with you.
It's absolutely nothing to do with me. It has no impact. I don't care about his opinion. I don't go, oh God, John Gaunt thinks it's embarrassing that I'm asking for coverage. I don't care. I have taken pleasure in prodding him and winding him up and feeling that it is my righteous right to do that because he's been rude about me. But if I don't care that he's been rude about me, then what righteousness is there in going back at him? There's nothing. There's nothing. So a lot of the nonsense that Gaunt has been sending to me, and this applies in so many things, but someone mentioned him, and it is kind of a current thing. A lot of it is that's come to me has come because I have flashed my headlights at him. After he's been a twat, I flashed my headlights at him. He's blocked the road. If I hadn't flashed my headlights at John Gaunt,
you wouldn't have blocked your road.
He wouldn't have blocked the road. Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that freeing? Isn't that freeing? This is what I learnt today doing step 5. So my plan there is just to get the strike taken off of my channel by appealing the copyright thing and then leaving it. He can say whatever he wants to say about me. Because I don't care. It has no impact on me. It has no impact on the money I make, on our relationship. The only impact is we've just spent 10 minutes talking about him, and that's it. Mm-hmm. So the thing I learned today is all of these resentments I've got towards people is to look at my part in it. Some of them, it's not my fault. There are a couple. The talk radio one, which is why I backed out of telling you that, because it's a little bit, it's not quite, doesn't quite work like that. But nearly all of them, 80% of them, I had played a part.
Yeah.
In either instigating it or prolonging it and making it worse.
Yeah. And I don't think you're unusual in doing that.
No.
I think we all do it.
Yes. Yes. It's an incredible experience, incredible kind of experiment. You write down the name of someone you've got a resentment with, what that resentment is. I've had Russell Brand talk to me about this. It's in his book.
Well, and he did that nice video about that whole thing
Yeah.
about, and I say it all the time, other people's behaviour is nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Your reaction to it is under your control. The rest of it is on them.
It's in his book, and he's spoken personally to me about it. Write down the name of the person, what the resentment is. I don't like, Steve, because Steve didn't return my call 5 weeks ago. How does it affect you? I can't remember the things. It's like personally, pride, sexually, ambition. There's about 7 different things. And then we kind of look at it and go, okay, what is my part in this, being completely honest? Is it because 6 weeks ago I said Steve was a twat in a joke, but he wasn't in the right frame of mind? It's not always, you don't always have fault in it, but actually more times than not, you got fault in it. Isn't it?
Gosh.
Isn't it? What a day! What a day for enlightenment! And I want to show you.
Does that mean I've got to burn my book of grievances?
No, I'll go through it with you.
It's only imaginary.
This works.
It's a ring binder.
This stuff works to get rid of resentments.
All right.
I want to show you another resentment that I had.
Uh-oh.
This, right? Got a resentment around this. I got a resentment around this the other day. You know what this is, don't you?
It's the gramophone, is it?
It's the gramophone that I buggered up. For those watching my stream the other day, I buggered this. It's a beautiful Decca 50, made in 1951, made in October 1951. They put a date on it. Oh, they put a date on it. Under the turntable, there's the date. The 25th of October 1951.
Right.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That's when it was made. And I broke it. Oh, if you're watching the stream, I was so gutted by it. I was so gutted by it. And I've learned to deal with it. I'm not gutted by it anymore. I'm not gutted. Hang on a second. Look. I was turning this and turning this and turning this and turning this, and it didn't work, and it didn't work, and it didn't work. And I was, if you watch the stream, I was so upset. I was a little bit hyper, and I shouldn't really be doing stuff when I'm hyper, and I was turning this and 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 turning this, and it didn't take. And then you'd get you got all the needles. Let me show you one of the needles. But this is fascinating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, I've got my needles over here for some reason. So these needles, you're only supposed to use them once.
Right.
And it's the fatter the needle, the louder the volume. So if you want, to play something loud and proud, you put a fat needle in. And if you want something a little bit softer, you put a thin needle in. I mean, I'm just going to show you it because it doesn't, but I still think this is a thing of great beauty. Ow, shit. Got a needle in me. Got a needle in me. So that goes in there. And it goes over on that side, look. Hang on, and you turn it. You keep turning the bastard. Whoa.
Oh.
Oh, it's not going to quite do it. Basically, I took it to a bloke today to get it fixed.
He fixed it straight away.
He fixed it. He fixed it, but it's now not quite.
Does he do scooters?
He might do scooters. I'll tell you what's going on. Is it's catching under here. It's that. That's what's doing it.
There it goes.
So I took it to a lovely bloke called Mike out in Bedford, and we sat outside his workshop. Here comes the man. I've got to change all this stuff tomorrow.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Gatters.
Hey. Just wanted to update you. I won't be drinking the fridge water.
Why?
I bought the item. Let me show you. I bought the item.
They do still
There
do
it
the
is.
halloumi burger, Shorty. I didn't like it.
Oh,
That's a catheter, mate.
that looks like something for inseminating cows.
You know, you're supposed to put it. Well, you don't because you don't own a normal fridge. You put it down the hole, down the back of the fridge,
Okay.
and you're supposed to suck the water up. Problem is that bit at the back full of ice.
Lice.
Ice.
So,
Vice.
ice,
Cocaine.
nice,
Crystal meth.
rice.
Ice. Dice. Vice.
Spice.
Dice. Full of the Spice Girls juice.
Maybe.
So device. Well, you need to.
Nice.
Have you got a lighter?
No.
We'll
Do
go
I
and
need
buy
to,
a
what I was going to do is just throw a match down there. That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
That'll do it. Put a little bit of petrol on it,
Oh.
and then throw a
Yeah.
match down there. You're done.
Matey.
So I had to buy a new fridge.
Listen, imagine we got bloody King Midas on the phone. Listen to him. He's made of money. No, why
Well,
couldn't you just
I did
defrost?
get-
Why couldn't you just defrost it?
Because I can't get to it, and the fridge is smelling, and I'm worried that I'm eating food that might be dodgy, and my
Hey.
health is more important than anything else at the
Yeah.
moment.
Okay. Well, what you do,
Defrost it, right?
you defrost it.
No, it's not one of those you can defrost. And the ice is in a bit down the back. It's not like it's in the freezer.
You can't pull the plug out.
You can't pull the plug out and leave the doors open
It's
for
a
a
magic
day.
fridge.
Okay. We've spoken and we want to know. Could
Uh-huh.
you not pull the plug out and leave the doors open for a day?
No, that hasn't worked. I tried that first.
No. Not to get rid of the water. To get rid of the ice. To turn it back into water. You're telling me that fridge? No.
On a hot day.
You've just realised your mistake. You're telling me that even when it was unplugged with the doors open, that fridge was keeping perpetually cold and keeping that ice, baby.
But there's like
Answer the
condensation.
question. It's a very simple yes or no question. Are you telling us that I feel like the Time Lords in one of those crappy Doctor Who episodes where he goes to Gallifrey and he's on trial?
Judge Judy.
Don't mention Doctor Who. That will
Not-
just get Pete involved.
Keith Vaz.
Oh, yeah.
Not when he was
The
not was the old,
He was to do a washing
okay.
machine show, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're telling me, it's a simple yes or no question. You are telling me that are you telling me that your fridge, if you had unplugged it and left the doors open for 24 hours, are you telling me that fridge would have just kept cold and kept that ice frozen?
I'm slightly confused by what I need to say. Yes, I believe that would be right and that it wouldn't work.
You believe that if you unplugged your fridge and
Yeah.
so that there was no electricity going to it, which electricity is what keeps it cool,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and left the doors open, that bit of frozen water, ice as we call it,
Yep.
would...
You could even speed it along with a hairdryer.
I don't have a hairdryer. Have you seen my hair?
Don't give him reasons to divert. You just bought yourself a fridge freezer when you didn't need to.
But I'm sure it'd be
On a
lovely.
On a separate... It's got a water thing at the front, where you get cold water.
Oh, I got one of them. They're
Careful.
handy.
Yeah, only if it's connected to the water system.
But mine isn't. Mine's got a little thing that you fill up.
Yeah, they're a pain in the arse.
No, it's fine.
No, I've had
No,
one.
it's fine.
No, they're a pain in the arse.
I've got one and I absolutely love it.
They're a pain in the arse.
It's not a pain in my ass.
Hey, listen, speaking of pains in the arse, getting divorced is a real pain in the arse Isn't it, Catherine? Talk to me about... All right, you know, don't...
All right, but I can imagine, yes. I can imagine it'd be vexatious.
Yes.
Now, Richard Gregorian, he can take the sting out of that for you because he has this kind of approach where, yes, he'll sort out your financials and all that, but he'll also make sure that your head is in the right place. What he wants to do is to make sure that your family has the best chance of a kind of restart once you're out the other side of that procedure, and that no one's fallen out with each other. So he doesn't provoke, he doesn't push the other side, doesn't make unreasonable demands, and he'll try and just keep you slow and steady. That's what he'll try and do for you. Give him a shout. He'll talk you through stuff and see whether he can help you out. Represents just as many mums as dads, and people find that it's really helpful to have someone they can talk to about all the stuff. He gets it.
0335777442 SommersWaySolutions.com. 0335777442. They will get your place looking swish. 0335777442 SommersWaySolutions.com. 0335777442. Somers Waste Solutions. Want to skip? They'll sort it out for you. Getting a skip is a pain in the butt because if you've got it on the road, you've got to have a permit and it's a nightmare. They'll do all of that.
Yeah.
Got an office block that needs cleaning. Well, with these guys, they will sort it out for you.
I've got some controversial secret waste that needs sorting out on the old.
If you are cutting off parts of your genitals, as Catherine appears to be. Somers Waste may not be able to help you with that, but give them a call on 0335777442 to find out. Talk to me about these guys. Nick.
Poseidon
Nick is this guy.
Safety Management. You've got something that needs guarding in Devon and Cornwall. These are your guys and gals. They have the largest team of guard dogs in those two counties. They live in the areas that they serve. They have a vested interest in making those communities safer. Give them a shout and they will sort you out
I would
in
also,
a nice way.
Can I suggest as well, I don't know, but if you're a criminal in Devon and Cornwall, I don't know if Poseidon are open to bribery or not. It has got to be worth a try. They've not told me that they are turning a blind eye. They've not told me. It's got to be worth a call, hasn't it? 01208 455 245 to find out if Poseidon Safety Management are bent in any way whatsoever. 34sp.com. If you need your website hosted, go to 34sp. If you need a domain name, baby, go to 34sp. They'll host your website, WordPress, please. They'll do all the things that you need. They'll make you look good. They'll make you a millionaire. 34sp.com.
Use the code TLNA for 3 months free.
There we go. I think we've said the words. What we need to say.
Yes.
Yowza. What's the song? Yeah, Jimmy Savile didn't say yowza, yowza, yowza. It's in a song, isn't it? Yowza, yowza, yowza. What is that song? It's like an old 70s dancing song. Yowza, yowza, yowza. I always thought it was Savile until Dance, Dance, Dance by Chic. Do you know that one?
I do know Chic.
No, it's not what I asked.
Dance, dance, dance.
Has anyone ever done the joke, let's dance chic to chic?
Why?
It's funny, I reckon.
Why would you?
Dance, dance. Yowza, yowza, yowza.
I know exactly what you mean now you've said that.
Let's see. I want to see them on top of the pops.
1977. Very good year.
Here we go, let's see. Yowza, yowza, yowza. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. Skip the old ad. Yowza, yowza, yowza. Tongue in cheek, thank you. Is that Nile Rodgers? Look, it's Nile Rodgers. Look, little baby Nile Rodgers. Isn't it? He was chic. And that was Bernard Butler on bass. He's dead now, isn't he, Bernard?
Show me again. Is that Niall? Yes, it is. Look at that. Oh.
Little posh boy. Oh, he's a little baby, look.
Yeah, gosh.
Let's get to the Yowza Yowza. Bernard Butler. He's dead now. There we go.
Who does he look like? Who does he look like?
It looks like a black Justin Dealey. Yowza Yowza.
Top Pop.
Oh, this isn't Top of the Pops, it's Top Pop.
Top Pop.
And that's the thing is, he's not got an effect on his voice. That's what he sounds like. Yowza, yowza, yowza. It's good, isn't it?
That's all right.
Tonight.
What's your favourite Chic riff?
I don't really know much of this stuff.
Don't you like bum ba da 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 bong 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 bum ba da bum ba? That's my favourite.
I don't really know much from the disco era, but I quite like that.
Yeah.
You've heard
Bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da bum ba da
Okay.
bum.
Okay. You know this is great. Hang on.
Everybody dance. That one. Clap your hands.
Oh, clap your hands.
Boo boo. Boo boo.
Here we go. This is what it's all about for me. For me when I think of disco,
Oh God.
I think there's only this. I don't know if this has got the introduction in it. The word.
The very lengthy introduction.
No.
You switch.
Mike Love does it's the Beach Boys,
You
right?
buy those kicks.
It hasn't. I've seen the version of this where Mike Love goes, you know, we had a busy day surfing, and we got in our woodies.
What?
And we drove down to the local discotheque, and we came up with this. Oh, there's a video for it. My God! I've never seen. Look at these disco dudes. Oh, she's back, guys! Dip, 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 dip. I love this. Dennis wearing a Fleetwood Mac t-shirt.
We know why.
Look at him just hitting that one bongo. Right with the fag on, yeah!
How's he singing past the fag?
This is it! He is, he's singing! He's singing, look at don't do cocaine, kids, but it can make you cool. Look at Dennis with his one-handed, yeah, whatever. Brian singing behind the fag. Oh, lovely Carl. There's the real drummer. No idea who that is. It's just the most insane.
State of that.
Oh look at Al Jardine's guitar. The strap comes off. Watch, he's gonna drop his guitar. Look, hang on.
I don't think they're really playing.
Look, he hits that. Hang on, that guitar's gonna drop. Play that chord, baby. Look.
Deary me.
He's gone right down. He's gone right down.
And yet the music continues.
Get a close up on Carl. Oh, she's out of the shower. I've never seen this. Here we go.
Wow. She got out of the shower completely dry and her hair perfect.
She's not met Mike Love yet. Oh! It's just... I love this. There's a version on the album that lasts 12 minutes. Lance says, is this what doing drugs is like? This is what the first hour of doing drugs is like, right? It's this. And then it's all downhill from there.
What's he doing?
Night Love, actually, I think he looks pretty cool there.
Is he boot scooting?
This is short. This is 79, so this is 3 years after the turban, the gold turban period.
Oh my God.
The gold turban is something else.
The gold turban, sign if it were needed that no one told him no.
Let's just get to the end. I want to see how they end this.
Baby Champ.
Here we go, party time. Turning right in a car, traffic, LA. Kind of wimps out.
Oh, what happened to the night? Someone pulled the plug out.
It went. We need to get our expert on. Catherine, tell us a little bit about this story about Venus.
I don't know anything about Venus.
Oh, jeez. Well, could you
But
Google it?
let me have a guess. Venus
Google it.
is inhabited by something.
Please, can you Google the story?
Extraterrestrial.
I'm going to dial the guest.
Venus. Is there life floating?
Yes.
Scientists find gas linked to life in the atmosphere of Venus.
Yes.
Oh, this is in The Guardian, so it must.
There's proper. There's life.
Traces of pungent gas that waft through the clouds of Venus may be emanations from aerial organisms, microbial life, but not as we know it. Astronomers detected phosphine 30 miles up in the planet's atmosphere and have failed to identify a process other than life that could account for its presence. So what we're saying is it's ET's farts. The discovery raises a possibility that life gained a foothold on Earth's inner neighbour and remnants clung on, or floated on at least, as Venus suffered runaway global warming that made the planet hellish. For 2 billion years, Venus was temperate and harboured an ocean, but today a dense carbon dioxide atmosphere blankets a near waterless surface where temperatures drop 450 C.
And to talk about this amazing story, we are very lucky to have Professor Joe Lavens, college lecturer, former NASA staff member, and of course author of many books. Joe is on the line now. Good evening, Joe.
Good evening. Nice to speak to you. Can you hear me okay?
Beautifully. Thanks so much for joining us, Professor Lavens. Hi.
We can hear you, Joe. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Yes, I'm in Leicester. Nowhere so far away. I'm just in Leicester.
Okay. And what are you doing in Leicester?
Oh, well, I'm chasing out the story. Very, very fascinated by the story about Venus. I understand you've just been setting out the case for your listeners.
Yeah, what we were doing was we were kind of explaining the basics of the story, so they had an idea. We've just been playing some disco music, so it's kind of a segue from that. We thought, let's explain a little bit of the story to introduce you. Then, as that was happening, we dialed you, and we heard you say hello as Catherine was finishing off the story.
Yeah.
And then we've all said that we can hear each other, and I asked you why you were in Leicester.
Right, okay. What the story, a little facetious, it doesn't matter. What the story purports to tell us is the traces of phosphine gas have been detected in the clouds above Venus by NASA's Mariner 10 spacecraft. And it could, and I emphasize the word could, be an indication that the planet supports microbial life.
Yeah.
This is a fascination. Venus, of course, the second planet from the Sun, it's a rocky planet about the same size and mass of Earth. Atmosphere radically different to ours, 96% carbon dioxide, and having a surface temperature of 464 degrees C, and pressure 92 times that of the Earth. Now, of course, it's swaddled in clouds of sulfuric acid, and that makes it very difficult to glimpse the surface of Venus. But in their study, astronomer Jane Greaves of Wales Cardiff University and colleagues observed Venus using the James Clerk Maxwell Telescope at Hawaii's Mauna Kea Observatory, and also at Atacama Array in Chile, which is where I've done a lot of work. And they detected a so-called signature that is unique to phosphine. And this could be the result of microbes existing and eating vegetation on the surface of Venus.
Let me come in if I may, because with respect, talk to me like I'm an idiot, Joe, because
You won't be far wrong.
Because a lot of what you said there was very scientific. Break this down into the simplistic blocks if you can. Are you telling us there is life on Venus? Have we been life on Mars? Has David Bowie been distracting us this whole time? Should we have been life on Venus? We're Bananarama. I've nearly got the gag. We're Bananarama closer than David Bowie. Over to you.
Good one. That's a good one.
Right. Good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I am saying that. That is my contention. That's a contention of Professor Reed from Cardiff University. What it is saying is that there may be some sort of microbial life form eating quite rich vegetation. Now, you said speak to you like an idiot. We know that on Earth, some huge percentage, I don't have the percentage now, of carbon dioxide is expelled from cattle. You got that? It's the same principle, expelling wind. The microbial life may be expelling wind. I have something of an exclusive. I have a recording of what may be alien life's digestive tract in operation. The mariners recorded sound from the surface of Venus. And it is my contention that after this sound has been cleaned up, it's run through a compressor, and it was reversed. That this could be the sound of microbial life, or something more sophisticated, bigger, better.
Can you play this? Can we hear this now, please, Professor?
It is not conclusive by any means. It's digestive vegetation, expelling the sort of phosphine gas we're dealing with in this discussion. If you'll just see this, for me, this is proof positive. This was recorded in 2018. Please listen to this. Now that may be the sound of microbial life.
Could we hear that again? That
sounds like
it was so short. I almost missed it. Let's have a listen again.
Here we go.
I'm just going to turn you up on this end so people can really hear.
Oh.
Okay, that does sound sounds like a space pop.
From a tiny sphincter, I would suggest.
And would it be an alien pushing air through poo? Professor? Would it be, if that's an alien, that's a recording of an alien cutting the cheese, is it?
Inquiry minds want to know.
Let's just try this. See what you make of this one. Okay, this is another recording about the same time from the Mariner 10. Okay, listen. And there's some music coming on at the end there. But
are they farting music?
Do you want to hear that again?
Yeah, I would love to.
We all do, yeah.
That is
what's the
my
music?
Contention.
Is that relevant?
That was, Willie Nelson. That's on just after that. But that's...
Never spare tape.
So it's all below the belt. Hello?
Yeah.
What was that? Okay,
so
beautiful.
that aside, what I want you to do is take that on board. Now that is recording. I think that's pretty proof positive. And if anybody can deny that is my contention, is the sound of the digestive tract. I'd like to hear from them.
You have sent us some illustrations.
I was going to say, because I need to know what kind of creature would make a noise like that.
Should we look at you've sent us is this a photograph of an alien?
No, that is a sketch I took at the time. What actually happened was I was working in Chile at the time, and I want to make it clear that this was in unofficial capacity. I returned home to my dwellings in the region. I was looking through my 20-inch Schmidt Cassegrain telescope, and I saw the image I've sent to you.
I'm going to put it on the screen now. Shall I?
It's staggering.
I couldn't get a photograph, so I've just drawn it from memory. It's not precise. It may be yellow. It may be the light, smallest penis, as you can see. And that's its bum hole pointing at me, almost winking. And you will recall some years before I met Barbin Kim 23, and I spoke to him, and I said, Kankili, I said to that alien. It's not a perfect image by any means, but he defecated, and you might want to also share the image of the alien's fecal matter.
Okay, so very quickly, so this picture with the alien's penis, the alien's bumhole, conchiglia, etc. This is what you saw.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And you'll see one ball testy is bigger than the other. The one his left nut is kind of bigger, and just below that, the gooch area is the bum hole.
Okay.
But
let's go to the
Is it
second.
usual for them to have pink peens?
I don't know. I mean, I've never seen one before. That is what I recall.
Some space.
And there's something stuff coming out the end.
Now I'm just going to move us into the middle here so you can see. Right. So what's this? Right, that's the first time I'm seeing this. I didn't get a chance to see this before the show.
Okay.
So just bear with me for what I'm going to do is I'm going to take me off screen and I'm going to turn my microphone off just for a second.
Yeah.
For a second.
Right. What I've sent you is also a diagram of conventional feces, which stinks, and the alien, I call it the Venus alien, ploppy poop, like poop pellets. No smell. That's what I detected. No smell. And just as a control, I've drawn another type. It's you've seen a long fecal log. We're all familiar with those ones, and that's just a control to show you the difference, like a lung, like a long poo, And of course, and you'll notice that the aliens ones, just like the random little ones. And those are just the three types you may be familiar with.
Is that true to life, that color, or did you only have a purple crayon?
No. I did have some other crayons here, but I've run out of. I must get some more felt tips. I only had crayons.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for that picture. But I think it gives a sense of what we're dealing with here.
Okay.
Little tiny ones.
And have we got any confirmation of this from NASA or the British NASA? Yeah.
I believe well, I mean, we've all seen the long ones before at the bottom there. NASA have not confirmed. I mean, we've seen those. I mean, they're commonplace. And then that one's more dog feces.
Do I remember correctly? You
in the park.
Okay. You married Barbinkium 69, didn't you?
23, I married. Yeah, Barbinkium 23.
And how is that going? It's unconventional.
Hold on. It's not a marriage that you would understand. I know that it's been well known. People have claimed to marry alien life form. There was a ceremony that took place. This was in California. And it was not something that I, at the time, realized was happening. But, yeah, it's my contention that I was married to Barbinkium 23.
Can we time out Criv UK, who's saying, sorry, is this a wind-up? Can we time Criv out, please? Thank you.
Some people are confronted with the science and then still denying it. That must be a source of great frustration for you.
Neil asks... Hello. Neil asks in the chat, what's that over the alien's nip? And there is like a black
what is that?
marking over its left nipple.
I went to write, I spelled breast wrong.
Okay.
But you get the point. That's it. To not present,
we have got some questions for you, Professor. We've been asking for questions on Twitter. I've not seen any of these. Nelly says, hello, Professor. They have found microbes in the clouds of Venus. How did Mike get there? And is he coming back? Is he made of spam?
That's just a silly... That's just not...
Okay. Mike, is it? Yeah. Joe, I'm concerned about Venus rhyming with something funny. Should we rename the planet? That's actually quite a good point, because space... and planets suffer badly because of Uranus. So if Venus rhymes with penis...
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Is it time to rename the planets to something less rude?
Well, again, that's not taking it seriously.
Okay.
There's Tinge 23, which of course rhymes with Minge, but no one has at any point made that connection.
Paddy O'Brien, and what we were talking about, is the Professor still married to Barbinkium 23? Did they have any alien babies?
Well,
I guess they would be half
playing the
human.
Recording again there.
Yep. Half human.
No, we
I
did.
thought that was you then.
We did. No, that was the recording. But no, I mean, That was just playing that one again.
Okay.
Just to remind you.
Thank you.
But no, that we didn't have any. But I want to tell you this. Can I just say something? This will surprise you.
Yep.
When I was there, when I went back to my dwellings, and I drew this diagram.
Earth rhymes with girth.
There,
thank you, mime artist. That's correct.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. And this creature defecated, and as I say, his bumhole seemed to wink at me, and he had a small winkle. But what do they want was the question. And I want you to know this. I was in my drawings, and my wife, my human wife, Rose, was in the bathroom having a shower. Cuban? No, she's human.
You're saying humans aren't human?
No, I'm not saying that. You know,
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
And
Just have to be clear.
she was in the bathroom, and this is her reporting this. She saw one of these peeking through a skylight above her. One of the yellow creatures that I'm looking at the diagram here. One of those looking through the light, the skylight above,
right.
and it's my contention that he wanted to make love with my wife, and I literally had to chase the little guy away. This was in Chile, and in my dwellings. 2 days later, I'm watching TV, and I thought it was a snake, a small grass snake, very common in the area, come under the door of our dwelling. And it's my contention he stuck his little winkle under the door, and it came in, it kind of extended. And immediately I said, "Tranquili, finale no stretch, tranquili no quan," which of course means don't stick the winkle under our door.
Yeah.
And she was appalled, and I know my wife. I just want you to know she would not.
She wouldn't sleep around with aliens.
She would not.
Space
no
AIDS.
way, no. And I want to make that absolutely clear. That's not her style. I just want to go out and say that for any scientist,
Once
Professor
is
Matthews
enough.
from Wisconsin. Well, people have said things. Oh, she's an alien lover. She likes a little winky, And I don't like that because she's a very loving person. Yeah, that's the sort of thing. I don't want to.
Very hurtful.
No, that's really.
Re-entering your wife's vaginal atmosphere.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not true. I mean,
burning up on entry.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
We have lift off.
That doesn't work.
No. David Turner says...
Because in space, no one can hear you.
This is a really interesting thing. David says, why is showing your bum called mooning?
Oh.
Well, hold on.
No, I've just got the clip. Hang on. Here we go.
Right.
Here we go.
Oh dear.
Oh, that was it. I've just got this email through now, and it's interesting. Okay. It's interesting because I can see you sent that email 38 minutes ago. It's literally only just arrived here. And what does that say? Are they trying to silence us? It was. Oh, you couldn't hear it. It was the alien farting clip.
Right, and you got that now?
Literally just played it, and I noticed you sent that
spooky.
38 minutes ago.
Yeah, why was that? That is my point. Why was that held up?
Well,
no reason.
How? I mean, are they? Is this stuff? Have you found yourself, Professor?
Can you?
Hello?
Can you play that out for people?
I've literally just played it. I don't think you can hear it, but I've literally just played it thrice. Have you found yourself in trouble with governments of the world who would like to see not only you dead, but your human wife having sex with an alien for videos?
Those videos, that you know very well that was not an alien. That was Professor Arthur Matthews from Wisconsin University, and you know that. And he had a thing on his head with tentacles coming out. And my wife would never do that, and there's no way that she'd bone home and all the other filthy things you said just now. She's never slept with an alien. That's not true.
No. One. Hang on, I can do this. I can do one. One small leap for mankind.
Excuse me.
One giant sex for aliens.
Okay, I see.
Right. Okay. Right. There. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's enough.
You're welcome.
Well, I think that more than covered it.
King Mike says, does your wife and I guess this could be either the human or the alien. Does your wife have an OnlyFans?
Ooh.
It's an interesting question.
No, she does not. My wife, Rose, is a very decent woman.
And Barbinkium 23?
Yeah, well, that was a different thing. That's a different sort of marriage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any information on black holes? Well, that's kind of what we've been talking about.
Yeah,
Derek.
that's just disgusting. I'm not going to answer that.
There's some more questions here. Probe Hub, that doesn't really work. Just trying to find some. There were some decent questions. Here we go.
Right.
Happy Shark says, sorry if I missed this, but has the professor explained whether or not the alien blow-offs smell? If so, what of, please?
Oh, it's a fair
They
question.
stink. They stink. They absolutely stink. Really. And you will have read this, that the phosphine gas, it smells like decaying fish. It smells like garlic. It's an absolutely appalling smell made by certain microorganisms with the absence of oxygen. It's a sulfuric smell. It stinks.
Eggy.
Well, we thought we'd have
It's
some...
an eggy, like
we'd
an
have
eggy
some...
blow-up.
Okay. We thought we'd have some fun, Joe, with this.
Right.
And so Catherine and I have been coming up with Star Trek-based alien farting puns. And so here is the first one.
Well, yeah.
Beam me up,
Okay.
Botty.
Oh, that's good. To boldly blow off where no one has blown off before.
The Fart Ship Enterprise.
The final
Right,
fart
okay.
here.
Captain Shart. Like Captain Kirk, but Shart.
Oh,
Bones you could
Okay,
change to
right.
blow-offs.
yep.
Do you need me any more here? No,
The
please.
Klingons just works as it is. That just you don't need to do anything with that.
Okay.
That just live.
Doc-
Smitey
Doc-
says, "Live,
Doc-
Pong, and prosper."
Okay. Okay, thank you. That's great. I'm going to go now. I've got some very important
Star
research to
Trek
do.
2, The Farts of Khan.
The waft of
Okay.
Khan.
Okay.
Okay.
Star Trek 3, The Search for the Lavi.
I mean, William Shatner.
William Shatner, of course, his name has got Shat on it.
Okay. Okay.
Someone says Luke,
I'm-
I'm a farter, but that's
That's
Star
the wrong
Wars.
thing. Yeah.
Right. I'm very busy now,
Okay.
Ian. I can't
In
that's
space, no
good.
one can hear you fart.
Oh, I did that.
fart. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you,
Have you got
Is
any,
that it?
Joe? Have you got any?
Dr. Pooh. Dr. Pooh. Does that work?
Captain's log.
No.
Captain's log and Dr. Pooh and Joe. I'm going to set you up with one. What does Dr. Pooh travel in?
A fartist.
The TARDIS.
What about the Brown Starship Enterprise?
Oh, that's just filthy.
I think you've taken it a little bit
Okay,
too
well,
far,
I-
actually,
I-
Professor.
All right.
It's a little
Okay. Thank
disappointing.
you. I'm going now.
Very
Thank
quickly,
you.
would you like
All
to
right.
plug your latest book, and then we should probably end this?
Well, I've got two, as you know very well, I've got two books out.
Yep.
The first one was it's 2013, Ufologistics, Denied to Deceive, Legacy of Arrogance, and Alien Invasion, Dawn of the Hybrid Superspecies, which I wrote a couple of years ago. Thank you for listening.
Pleasure.
This is
One
Bill.
final thing I'd
Say
like to
goodbye.
say to you from Sofa Bum is
Right.
space, the anal frontier. Thanks for your time,
Okay,
Professor.
thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Goodbye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Professor Joe Laven's there. And he's gone. I'll tweet those pictures out so that you can print them if you need to.
I mean, you
really
would know
enjoyed
about
that.
it, wouldn't you, if you came across one of those on a dark night?
Enjoyed that. Enjoyed that a lot. Let me just tweet those. Professor. How many F's in Professor? 2 doesn't look right. But I
No,
think
it's
it is.
only one.
Is it?
And
2
two S's.
Professor Joe Laven's. Is that apostrophe okay? Latest pictures.
Beautiful. What you did there?
Life on Venus. And then we'll get some good hashtags going in a minute. Downloads. There we go.
The thing I don't understand about the Barbinkium, I mean, one of the many things I don't understand about Barbinkium, is if there are no children, what was the point? Was it just a sex thing?
Some people just like having sex and don't want. So that's partly what contraception was made for. Was partly why gay men were invented.
Why did she bother marrying him then?
I absolutely.
I mean,
And we're gonna at NASA because NASA, I think, will be interested in that. There we
Yeah.
go. Those pictures have now been tweeted.
Asa.
That's a good one. We should we phone him back very quickly? Let's just phone him back.
Well,
Let's just phone him back one more
check.
time. This will be good.
Hello?
Catherine, just have one more for you, Professor, if you don't mind.
Okay, I'm very busy.
Asa.
I'm very busy. What?
Asa.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. 0203.
I could hear him writing that down.
0203 286 6370. It's a phone number. What a show. You're getting this for free, right? You get this for free, so you owe us. Here's how you can repay us. The most simplest way is click on the follow button. There's a follow somewhere. Click on it. I don't know how many followers we've got, but I want more. I am follower crazy. We got 10,223. That's what we had last week. The next target is 100,000 followers.
Click on that little heart there.
Click on the heart.
It's
And if
easy.
you click on the bell, you get a notification as well. Click on the heart, click on the bell. Click on the heart, click on the bell. Click on the heart, click on the bell. If you don't, you'll mar the smells. So click on it, right? Second thing, this is our job. This is how we feed our kids. All right? This is how we feed our kids. You can subscribe to us. Now, if you've got Amazon Prime, little link's going to pop up in the chat. If you click on that, you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, and then you can subscribe. Doesn't cost you a penny. We get a £5 between us. Now, doesn't sound like a lot, but if 3 of you do it, £7.50 each. Now we're talking. It's money you could never spend. Comes out of Jeff Bezos' divorce settlement. Don't worry, his ex still gets her share. This comes out of his side. So we've just lost 2 followers.
Oh, someone's taking the
Outrageous!
Someone's clicking on the heart when they don't need to click on the
I
heart.
didn't
Why
like
would you
those
do
guys
that?
Anyway, you can subscribe to us using your Amazon Prime. It doesn't cost you a penny, right? It doesn't cost you a penny. We get a £5 split between us. And if you have subscribed with Amazon Prime, you have to do it every month. So just check that your subscription hasn't run out.
Expired.
Hasn't expired. Just check. Now, if you haven't got Amazon Prime, how can you help us? Well, you can help us by subscribing for money. There are 3 tiers. Tier 1, which I think is a £5, maybe £6, I can't remember. It's a little bit cheaper this month. Tier 2 and Tier 3. Tier 3 is expensive. It's 25 quid. It's 20 quid, I think, this month because of September. A little discount. But Tier 3 means that you love us. And it means that also at the end of this month, maybe next week, maybe the week after, you will be invited to a Tier 3 subscribers only production meeting where you get to hang out with me and Kath on Zoom and put forward ideas for the show. They can be ridiculous ideas. They can be dumb ideas. They can be... You got no ideas? Or you just want to come along? You can come along and you don't have to say anything, or you can come along and have your camera turned off as well. But it's a lot of fun. We record it and we put it out as a poddy and we put it out on YouTube. You can see the last one up on YouTube. It's very, very silly. Very, very good fun. It's like a little private show you're basically getting. I think there were 10 people there last time. It's a lovely little private show. So have a look at that. A couple of other ways you can support us. Bits. You can throw bits at us. I think 100 bits is about £1. We split it 50-50. Twitch take a tiny little bit. We split it 50-50. So you can throw bits at us. And I tell you what, if someone throws... if someone throws... If someone throws 50,000 bits tonight, I'll get up and do a little dance for them.
50,000 bits? What's that?
Is that £500? Have I got
Don't
that wrong?
know.
What would... Hang on. 100 is £1.
Right.
What's 5... No, 5,000 is £50.
Yes.
If you do 5,000 bits, I'll do a little dance for you tonight.
What kind of dance?
It'll be very sexy. I'll play a record on the wind-up record player.
Like an OnlyFans dance.
Yeah, and I'll do an OnlyFans dance. Clothed. Clothed. Or you can go to paypal.me/Iain Lee, and all the money there, Twitch don't take none of it. Twitch don't get a penny of it. When is our meeting? Is it tomorrow or Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Twitch don't get a penny of it.
Wednesday.
Paypal.me/Iain Lee. We split it 50-50. There you go. How's about that? And Twitch don't get a bloody penny of it. Emma says, I'll pay you not to. Go on then. When are you putting your Christmas tree up? I didn't.
Christmas?
Yeah, probably, I'd imagine. Sometime around then. Anyway, that's the business. That is the business. Thank you for those bits, Eve and Shorty and Emily. Oh, hello, Emily. And loads of follows. Jenna, thank you for such an informative night, team, she says. Thank you. And she's subbed 12 months in a row. Congratulations.
Thank you. I think we've all learned something tonight.
We've learned a lot.
Yeah.
We've learned a lot. What can you do for 100 bits? I can give you the finger. So, no, I won't. I'm tired. I feel like I've done a lot.
Well, tonight, because we went on a delicious little detour on Friday in so many ways, had lots of very interesting phone calls. And I've been speaking to Christopher today.
Friday was amazing. Should we just talk about that for a second before
Yeah.
we go to where I think you're going to go? It was some show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. Now, here's the thing about this show. Sometimes we have plans, very, very rarely. Often when we have plans, they don't come to anything because phone calls come in and take the show somewhere completely different. And that's what happened on Friday. And we're not sorry about that at all.
Dick and Dom were great. To my shame, I let them down slightly. Dom didn't know that we were live. There's a bit about 5 minutes in, he goes, "Is this live?" And I thought he was joking. He genuinely didn't know. And they loved it. They really loved it. But Dom and I WhatsApped the next day. And he said, I really didn't know. Did I say anything I shouldn't have? I said, mate, not at all. I'm really sorry. I just assumed that you would know. That's my bad. I should have said, and I'll learn from that, and I will tell everyone. But I said, look, here's the link. Have a look at it. If there's anything you don't like, it's gone. He loved it.
Yeah.
He loved it. So that is now out as a podcast and will be up on YouTube soon. The interview with Dick and Dom was lovely.
I don't think that's out yet, is it? Or is it?
I don't know, mate.
It'll be out soon.
It'll be out soon. It'll be out soon. And then we had Nigel calling in, singing a song for his dad who'd passed.
Yes.
Then we had, was it Christopher?
Christopher,
it was
yeah.
Christopher, wasn't it? With the most amazing call, went on for about 45, 50 minutes. About how he, basically the police had said they weren't going to pursue his abuser. Because there wasn't enough Ev. And it was some call, and that's going to go out as a podcast as well, with a trigger warning. It won't be everyone's cup of tea, and some people listen to us because they like the light frothy stuff. That's fine, you can skip that. And some of you will find it upsetting and triggering. That's fine, you can skip it.
But we noticed from the chat that actually a lot of you found it really useful.
Yeah.
And while, no one enjoys hearing people going through what he's been through, I think fundamentally it's a story about survival, isn't it? And so, and he's on the upward swing, I think.
It was, and he sent us some really nice emails, actually. He's listened back and...
well, he was worried that he might have triggered you.
Yeah, I know. What a nice guy. And he talked to me. It was really, really interesting guy. And it was great. Friday, for me, may not have had the most laughs in it, but for me, it summed up what we have been building to the last, let's say, 6 years. 4 at Talk and maybe 2. It was everything. It was the silliness and actually a really nice interview. It was silly, but nice interview with Dick and Dom. I've never heard them speak like that, and I love that. We had some silliness and we had some fun, and then we had, a guy phoned up who'd gone out because he was just needed to get out of the house for a bit, and he chose to phone us and tell us that. That's it.
The thing that really I found very moving about that particular phone call was that it had been on his mind to do that. He's been preparing himself for a time when that case might be dropped. And his thought has always been, if that happens, he's going to call us.
Yeah.
It blows my mind, that.
The perfect show for me. But it meant...
No changing rooms. It meant that we didn't get to discuss something that happened 20 years ago.
There was no changing rooms. So, we can do changing rooms tonight.
We can do it if you want.
If you'd like. What we're going to do is we're going to set a timer for 2 minutes just to see if we've got any burning questions that anyone is desperate to say.
Because we've had a lot to think about, certainly in that conversation with the professor. There may be matters arising from that, but also maybe you've been hanging on all day to tell us something. So here comes your opportunity to do so.
Oh, hang on. Should we do some people begging to be unblocked?
Oh, really?
Shall we do some people begging to be unblocked?
Oh.
I don't know if I've got the emails open up here. Have you got them? Here's one from... Oh, here we go. The one from... that one. Let's do that one first.
He's been writing a lot.
Yeah, it's about to get blocked.
When I try to resubscribe, it's saying you are not eligible to make this purchase. Can I also be unblocked from the chat, please? Thank you.
And his username is Malcolm_is_over_here. Do we know why this guy's banned? He emails a lot, which instantly turns me off. So do we know why Malcolm_is_over_here?
I don't think that was his name before. That's the problem.
And then there's this one from Ryan. Hi, Ian and Kath. About a month or so, I joined a raid of your stream from Bilal Zafar's stream. Love Bilal. I posted Patter Thief into the chat and immediately got banned. I was hoping this would be a temporary ban, but it seems to be permanent. Would you consider unblocking me? I'm not a bell. Well,
do you know what? I think that one
I
is
honestly
maybe a
thought
case of over-exuberant.
I was doing some admittedly
exuberance.
crap banter. We're going to do it. We're going to unban him. So, /unban A_wild. Oh, why have it in capitals? Hang on. Wild. I've done a dash, not an underscore.
Oh, no, man.
Matty says he can't find Malcolm is over here. Is that definitely the name? Did I just read it out
I
properly?
don't think... I think
Is
it
that
might have
was
been
what
a
was in the
different
email?
name. Yeah.
Well, what was definitely... Just check the email one more time.
Malcolm...
_is_over_here. Right, block his emails. He's a pain in the ass. Wild _goose _ Wild Goose, you have been released. So, Anthony wants to connect with you on Skype and add you to this group.
Oh, no.
No. No, we're not going to join any groups. In fact, let's call this guy and see what the hell this guy...
If you do that, do you...
I can block him
have to accept
anytime
him?
I want.
All right. Like a group.
I'm not in a group. I'm a solo artist. Anthony, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No.
Blocked. Okie dokie. We're going to... Right, here we go. So. Can we time Lino out, please?
Why? What's
He sent me
done?
a picture of his new handheld thing that I should have bought, but I bought my
Oh,
one.
no. Why would he
Time
do
Lino
that?
out, please. Time Lino out, please. Time Lino out. Right. So we're going to set a timer for 2 minutes, and then in 2 minutes you can call. And right, hang on. Timer. 2 minutes. Here we go. We've got 2 minutes. If we don't get any calls in the next 2 minutes, then we'll do a change in rooms, which is I kind of like because I get to sit back a bit and chill, get to chillax. And if we do, we'll talk to those people and then see where we go. Can we time Lino out, please? For more than 200 seconds. Can we do it for 6 minutes, please? We've got 1 minute 30. 0203 286 6370. Thank you, Matty. Got a bit of a headache.
Have you?
Got nothing tomorrow. Oh, my 8-year-old's been taken out of school because he had a cough.
Oh, yeah.
And that means that my 10-year-old also gets taken out of school. This is week 3 and they had 2 days off when I had to have my COVID test. They got pulled out of school when I said to my ex, I'm going for a COVID test. Pulled out of school, taken off school the next day. Then I got results the evening. And now they've been taken out of school today. This is week 3. And they can't get a test. So, well, they've already been out of school for 3 days. And hello, Limmy.
Limmy's in the house.
And they're probably going to be out of school for another 3 days.
My youngest, who's
COVID.
8, told me today that her class was down by 6 kids.
Yeah.
Because it's cold.
How is
isn't
it going to work you wait till we get to November and December when it's cold season? Right, get out.
Everyone
bubble,
out.
Bubble.
Everyone out.
We're going to, right, another 30 seconds. If no one calls, we're doing the changing rooms, right? If people call... All right, Limmy's in the room, guys. All right, let's just everyone
Play it
just
cool,
calm
guys.
down.
Play it cool.
He.
Time's up.
No one called. Can we get a shout out for Limmy, please? Can we get a shout out for very close?
Tell you
personal
another
friend like Limmy?
problem that my daughter has encountered at school now
Yeah.
with the way things are. They've had to cordon off parts of the playground for each bubble to play in, right?
Ooh.
It's a limited amount of space. And the boys are taking it up with playing football, so the girls are all crammed around the outside.
Why? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'd stop that.
That's terrible, isn't
No,
it?
you got to stop that.
She said, I didn't finish my lunch properly. She said I had some grapes left and I had to keep moving, so I
No.
stopped eating them.
Stop that. No, complain to the school about
It's
that.
out of order, isn't
Also, why can't we put the kids in those? Is it called Zumba?
Zoobs.
Zoobs in the
No,
balls.
Zorbs.
Zorbs. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Is this Limmy?
No, it's Anthony.
Oh my God, Limmy's called in. This is amazing. Thank you, man. You said you were going to try. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yes.
Yeah, very, very well. How are you getting on with Death Stranding?
With what?
Yeah.
How are you getting on with Death Stranding, Limmy?
Ian, I have no clue what you're talking about.
It's the game you've been playing. You've got a pink hat now, I believe.
Oh.
No, my heart is beating here like I don't know what.
Okay.
First time I've ever rung.
That I know, Limmy. We've never been able to get you on the show yet, and now here you are.
Yeah.
What's
Always wanted to ring Ian and just never.
We've always wanted you to ring. Just watch your language. That's all I'm going to say. All right.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what this new thing is that you're doing for BBC Scotland? Hello,
Oh,
Limmy.
we can't talk about it, Obs. Maybe it's unbongoed.
Limmy's gone. Okay. What a prick.
Wow. He's changed, doesn't he?
What a prick.
He's really changed. Doesn't even sound like him anymore. Why?
What a prick. He says in the chat, "Sorry, I bottled it." I understand. It's tough on the old phones. It's tough on the old phones. But this is week 3. They've had 3 days. They can't get a test, so they won't get a test tomorrow. So that'll be day 4. So I don't know.
Does that mean they haven't got it then?
It's just a cold. I mean, it's just a cold, but it's weird, isn't it? But what is great, it means I can't go over there.
That's great, isn't it?
It means I can't go over there. I would love to go over there and help, but I can't. Their mum has to look after them because they're now in a COVID. It's not a bubble now; it's a block.
Oh.
A COVID block.
A COVID cube.
Can we just take a second, right? And I'm not going to say it out loud because that would be unfair. Hang on a second.
What are we saying now?
Hello, caller.
Hello?
Can we just take a second to think of who we would like to get COVID? Don't say it out loud because that will cause us a lot of problems. But can we just think of the people that we would like to get it? Maybe with someone maybe someone in position of power we'd like to get it again.
What happened to your spirituality that you had at the beginning of this show?
Hello, caller.
Hello, this is Jonathan from Florida.
Hey, Jonathan from Florida. How the devil are you?
I'm doing absolutely great, Ian. Absolutely great.
Just take a second.
you
Don't
might
mention any names, and people in the chat, please don't mention names. Can you just think of someone that you'd like to get COVID? Maybe it's someone that you'd like to get they've had it and you'd like to get it again. See if it sticks this time. I'm thinking of 2 people.
Okay. All right.
Don't say their names. Just think on it.
All right. No problem.
Okay. Did you think of any?
No, because no.
Okay. Can I write down a name to see if this changes your mind?
Go on.
Does it have to be fatal?
Oh,
That's up to you, buddy.
well.
Have a look at it. What do you think?
Well. Well, he doesn't believe in it, so that means he's immune, right?
Okie dokie.
Oh, he does believe in it now.
Anyway, Jonathan, how may we help you?
Yes, I wanted to ask you a question because I've had a history of depression, and I've always been interested in this question of nature nurture, whether it comes from our DNA. You know, did we inherit this from our family through our biology, or is it environment, or
both.
a combination of the two?
It's
both, isn't it?
It's both.
So how do you think that works?
Sorry?
Both.
How do I think it works?
Yeah.
I don't understand the question. Through nature and nurture.
Yeah. So we have a predisposition. You think we have a predisposition?
I think we have okay, here's my thoughts. I think we have a genetic, I'm going to use the word weakness, even though it's probably not the right word, but I'm just going to say it because we all know what it means. I think that some people have a genetic weakness. I'm not saying depression is a weakness. Deficiency. That's a bit. I think some people have a genetic deficiency that means they are at significantly higher risk of having depression or of having anxiety or of being an addict, right? And
yes.
I think that some of those people that have that higher disposition towards it don't develop it, and some of them do through no reason, and some of them. It's nature nurture. It's nature nurture.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you. I remember Gabrielle Drake. Her brother was Nick Drake.
Yes.
Who committed suicide.
Well,
and she said
did he?
Okay,
No.
Accident, an overdose that may have been deliberate.
No one knows.
Okay.
No one knows. Yeah.
No one knows for sure.
No.
Okay, but she said he had a skin too few. Like your skin is too thin. And I think that describes me quite well, and perhaps that's kind of one part of the DNA that you're born with a thinner skin, and so you get more deeply wounded by certain experiences. And
possibly.
You know, there's a famous Philip Larkin quote, isn't there? You know, your mum and dad.
They F you up, your mum and dad. Let me look at that poem because I keep trying to sort of paraphrase it and I can never remember it. Larkin, parents. I think it's they F you up, your mum and dad. They don't mean to, but they do. Let's just check.
Yes.
Have I remembered this right? Here we go. They F you up, your mum and dad. They may not mean to, but they do. They fill you with the faults they had and add some extra just for you. But they were effed up in their turn by fools in old-style hats and coats who half the time were soppy stern and half at one another's throats. Man hands on misery to man. It deepens like a coastal shelf. Go away, pop-up. Get out as early as you can and don't have any kids yourself. That's great, isn't it? That's great.
It's a fantastic poem.
It's great. I think there's
poem.
I think there's a truth in that, you know. But here's the thing: our parents generally did the best that they could.
Yeah.
Generally, just did the best they could.
One reason why I don't have children, though, is I'm thinking, if it is genetic, I don't want to pass it on. You know, I don't.
Hang on. Do you have a partner?
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I met her after, you know, I was about 40, so and we were beyond that point anyway of where kids were a realistic option. But you know, when I was younger than that, I had this kind of feeling, you know, would I really want to bring a kid who had my sensibility into the world, you know, and
Well,
knowing
it's
that
it's
they
half
would
your
have it.
sensibility and half your partner's.
And the other way of looking at
Yeah,
it
that's
is
true.
that you would understand them better than anyone else.
That's also true. That's very true, Kath. Yeah, and I think I'll be a much better father based on that. Much better father than my dad or his dad. You know, so in theory, we become better parents because we're more sensitive anyway.
But also you seem to be phrasing this sensitivity as though it's a weakness, when actually it could be viewed as a gift.
Yeah, and I think I'm in my last comment there. I think I'm making it a strength as well. It makes you a better parent, so that's a strength. It makes you a better parent. I think. I believe.
It's all.
Do you think?
Do I think it makes you a better parent? I don't know. I think it makes you a different parent. I don't know. I don't know about better. It makes you a different parent.
I think, having known you for a number of years, I was very struck when we first met about how self-aware you were.
I'm too self-aware.
More so than a lot of other people.
Well, because that's doing the steps and stuff. I think you become too self-aware. It's like I can't, for example, to use a quite a base thing. I can't just obviously I can't have a drink and I can't have a joint. I can't do any of that stuff. But it means I quite often question other stuff. Like if I watch like 5 minutes of porn, I'm thinking, God, hang on, why am I doing this? I can't just watch 5 minutes of porn and go, I want 5 minutes of porn and knock one out. Am I doing that? Is this cheating? Am I doing this for the right reason? Am I doing? Sometimes I just want to watch 5 minutes of porn. But there's this constant second guessing and
bargaining with yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm worried that porn might get a virus on your computer who use it. That's one reason.
That is the. I'm not worrying about virus might get porn. No, porn might get a virus on my computer. No.
Okay.
Because I'm not downloading it. I'm just going to the hub, checking in on the
That's
hub.
Right, that's fair enough.
Just checking in on the hub. Sometimes I'm checking in on the hamps, talking to the hamps. That's what I'm doing.
That's fair enough. Yes. Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah. When before we had these hub sites, it was very dodgy. It was very, very dodgy originally.
Before that, it was magazines wedged in woodland areas. Edges.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I mean, in the winter, it could be. You could get frostbite. So it was kind of tricky.
The thing I'm trying to do several things. One is to be free of shame, and Limmy, I think, has left the room now, but I really recommend listening to Limmy's autobiography, because I found it so inspiring. It inspired me to come out as being bisexual. It was one of a series of events that inspired that. I'm working towards having no shame, and reading that book was a real wow, you can say this stuff in public and no one really cares. That's great.
Right.
And also, I'm just trying to be more aware of why I feel stuff like this. These resentments I was talking about earlier, anger towards people, some going back years. And when I looked at them, I had for a lot of them, I had played a part in starting that situation or prolonging the situation. And in some, some people that used to work at the same radio station as me, it doesn't matter what they may or may not think of me. It doesn't matter. Has no impact on my life. So I can let that go. I can let Julia Hart, for some reason, we got suspended because we said some very rude things. So one of my resentments was towards Julia Hartley Brewer because we got suspended. Furious.
It was just mishandled. The whole thing was mishandled.
Yeah. But what was my role in that? I said some terrible things on air about her. So so this anger that I had at her for a long time, I'm still angry around her, but I started it by saying those things. And once I accepted that goes a little bit. So, what I'm trying to do, Jonathan, I don't really remember if this ties in with what we're talking about or not. I don't care. Is I'm trying to be free of shame. and I'm trying to be free of caring what other people think about me. The only people I care about what they think about me are my kids, and that I can have some influence on that, and to a certain extent, Catherine, because she's my best mate. Yeah. But even that is kind of, shouldn't have a massive impact on me. And that's it. No one else I care about.
Do you feel guilty about the anger you feel towards your parents?
No.
Are we too harsh on our parents?
No, my parents did the best they could. They were 19 when they had my sister and 22 when they had me. And they did, I would suggest, a pretty lousy job. But they did the best that they could. And it didn't really, we're still alive. Me and my sister are still alive. And we've got nice kids. That's all right. So they did something right. It was the best they could do. It just wasn't very good. And you're allowed to be angry at your parents.
Yeah, you're allowed to be angry at your parents. Yeah, as long as it doesn't turn in against yourself.
Oh, as long as it's not, or as long as you don't commit matricide or patricide.
I would suggest it's actually really, I think it's actually really healthy to have reservations about some of the things your parents did. It's the people that say, oh, my parents are my best friends and they've never done anything wrong and they're saints. Yeah, I wonder what story they're telling themselves, because they're just human beings. And part of the way to know yourself better is to understand your parents as human beings, surely, rather than being these
you've
sainted.
got to have empathy.
Yeah. Empathy
for them, and as they get older, definitely, because they're in their 70s now, and so I have empathy for them, in much more than I did when I was 20, and I feel happier about that. And I didn't see my dad for about 25 years. And yet then we reunited, and that's been much better for me. It's taken a lot of my depression away that we managed to get some kind of reconciliation there. So
there you go.
I feel happier about that. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Thank you,
Jonathan. Nice to talk to you, mate.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Kath. Have a great one. Thank you. Bye bye.
See you later. Bye bye. Gosh, Banana Chess is really telling everybody what's right and wrong. Porn is wrong, and boarding schools are wrong.
Okay.
Thank you, Banana Chess. Appreciate.
Are you 22?
I appreciate.
Because I had very cut and dry views on things until I lived a little bit longer.
Yeah. Banana Chess, why don't you give us a call? Instead of telling everybody what's right and what's wrong in the chat, come and tell us. Come and have a conversazione. It's a conversazione about it. Have we done the sponsors this hour?
Let's do them again.
Let's do them again. It's automatic34sp.com.
They're a web hosting business based in Manchester.
Who cares where they're based? I do. I like Manchester a lot, and I can't wait to be able to go back there safely when there's a vaccine and go to Annie's restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
Food.
I kind of want to see my aunties and stuff.
Yeah. Drive up and wave through the window. That would be funny. Can I have this?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think they're, I'm losing them at a rate of knots, and there's less and less to tie me to the north these days. So I should make an effort when able to. Anyway, so 34sp.com.
Yes.
They are specialists in WordPress. If you want to try them out, you can get 3 months free using the code TLNA.
I mean, the boss said you can do it for 3 months, and if you then just cancel it, and you've had 3 months for free. You won't want to cancel it. And seriously, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. We're talking about the show last Friday, which was for me was the perfect encapsulation of the show. Funny, really good interview. Someone called up to share something very personal. We kind of dropped the bits that we planned. And we can only do a show like this because of 34sp.com, because of Richard Gregorian, because of Sommer's Waste, because of Poseidon, because of Harsh, because of anybody that we've had sponsor us. This is why you get to do this show. So everybody that complains about adverts, anyway, 34sp.com, they treat their staff really, really well. Small team, about 20 people. Before, it was law that, before lockdown came in, and if you can work from home, you should work from home. When they saw that COVID was happening and what it could potentially be, they told everyone to stay at home. And they are one of the first companies, I would imagine. They said it quite a while ago. Everyone can stay home for the rest of the year. 2021. Let's have a look at the lie of the land. Let's just look at the land, and then we'll see. Rest of the year, you haven't got to worry about it, because that's a huge worry for a lot of people. Have I got to go back? Haven't got to do it there. They also sent out these special masks, special antiviral masks as well from another Manchester company, virusstaticshield.com. There we go. And they're a living wage employer as well, which is a great thing, and every company should be doing it. You just pay a bit more and everyone is much
They feel
better
valued.
off. So 34sp.com. Use the code TLNA and you get 3 months free. And
if you decide to stick with them afterwards, what you pay is what you see. There are no hidden costs. They'll be absolutely straight down the line with you because they want you to be happy.
And I know a few of you have done this, right? Have used them. I know if you have. If you have used them and you've got an email saying you are being hosted by, send us your web link and send us your website and we'll give your website a little plug. If you use 34sp.com. Oh, what happened there? Go on.
Oh, someone came on and started stirring it about COVID, talking bollocks.
Okay.
A la, what's his name?
Mark Dolan?
Ian Brown.
Oh, okay.
So off your pop.
Sorry, guys, that 25% of the Stone Roses are banned in this chat.
I never thought it, but I'm Team Jedward.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Also Team Jedward.
GELaw.co.uk. If you are getting divorced, you don't want it to be made any more dramatic than it already is. He will calm those waters for you and try and, kind of help you make it less dramatic. Give him a call.
Maybe you're Mrs. Brown and you want to divorce your wife, your husband, Ian Brown. Because he's a
he probably
fruitcake.
doesn't believe in you anyway, so just leave. But yeah, Gregorian Emerson, family law, they take a sort of holistic view of the whole proceedings. They'll make sure that your head is in the right place, and they want to make sure that your family goes through to the next phase of life. You're still going to be a family
They want to make sure that your family go to boot camp.
They don't want you to fall out.
That's what they want to do. I'm going to sort all of these links out tomorrow, and we're going to sail through this. Poseidon Safety Management, Devon and Cornwall is. I would walk through those streets naked, and if I did, I'd get pounced on by these guys because that's against the law. But I would also walk through the streets safe in the knowledge that Poseidon Safety Management are patrolling the streets, men and women, all locals, all patrolling their local area. Some on foot, some in car. They've got the largest supplier of guard dogs in the 2 counties. They don't just turn up and go home. They have a real interest. It's like if you were paid to look after like your block or the 3 or 4 or 5 blocks around you. That's what's going on here. And you've got a personal interest in the area. So you don't want any trouble. You don't want any argy-bargy. You want to make sure your area is safe and is clean and the kids can, old women and old men can walk about and be safe. And that's what they do. They also try and improve the environment and we talked about this, at the start of Corona, they offered free patrols to local pubs. At the start of lockdown, they gave free security to a school that had been broken into. And they do loads of stuff. Part of their job is they have paid to move on, homeless people that are sleeping in doorways of companies that they're looking after. And that's a horrible job. But they do it with class. They got a little kit that they offer to the homeless person if they want it. It's got some water, it's got some dog food, and it's got some bits and pieces in it. So Poseidon Safety Management at Poseidon Safe on Twitter, and there is some beef brewing between them and the big G himself.
Follow both, watch it happen.
I just don't know what is going on. Somers Waste Solutions.com. These guys were with us from the goddamn start. How do you sell waste solutions? It's a tough sell. You either need it or you don't, right? So if you don't need it, I would suggest go and make a cup of tea, because we're going to tell the people that do need it how goddamn awesome James and Mark are, in that they want to make your company save money and they want to make your company greener. Now, it might be you run a small little shop. It might be you are responsible for office blocks or hospitals or all these big kind of things. They can look after all of those things. Okay, they will make your company greener. They will probably save you money, particularly if you mention the T, the L, the N, and indeed the A. And you'll just get one invoice at the end of the month. They can do it all. So go and check them out. info@somerswastesolutions.com. info@somerswastesolutions.com. Okay. Can we not talk about Ian Brown being on fire, please? That's because, yes, if Ian Brown was on fire, I wouldn't spit on him because that would be a useless way of trying to save the situation.
You want to roll him in some sort of fire.
Well,
retardant.
if you've got a rug, you get him in a rug unless it's flammable, or dirt, or something like that. So let's not talk about that. Yes, you may disagree with his views on COVID. Let's not wish him to burn to death.
Come on.
Come on. We're better than that. Shall we close the phone line? Goodbye, phones. We were going to do this, weren't we, ages ago? Let's run a cheeky little ad and let us find. And I go to YouTube. YouTube.com. Let's go to you can see what my kids have been watching.
Oh yeah, blame it on the kids.
Well, it's all Nick 30. I'm not that massive. Loads of Nico and the Beta Squad. Mr. Beast, I think, is the millionaire guy. Yeah, giving my mum $100,000, the proudest day of my life. Okay, so changing ruddy rooms. Ian, have you ever used an Oculus Rift? Yeah, I got one. I got a Quest. I don't know which one I've got. I've got the one you don't need to plug into a computer, but you can plug it into a computer. You could wrap him safely in an spiral carpet. Well done. Changing rooms. Let's do this. Excuse me.
Dear.
Should we just go straight to this? Changing rooms. Lawrence.
Yeah, that's the one I
Quall.
saw actually today.
When you say you saw it, you didn't watch it.
In the list of possibilities.
Should we watch
I didn't
this?
watch it. I think I probably saw it in real time back in the day, so I can't remember it. I've had a sleep since then.
Okay. Here we go. That's the end of something there. Already, I mean, we got the hair of the Bowen. Look at Andy. He did a record, didn't he?
No.
I'm thinking of Craig from Big Brother.
Yeah.
I thought Handy Andy did. All right, hang on. Let's go to another YouTube page.
I've got a feeling I've right.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I know I know the one that Big Brother guy did.
Mm-hmm.
At this time of year,
Friends and lovers should be near.
Andy. He did. If I Had a Hammer.
Oh God. Well, he has, so he doesn't need to dream about it.
Is this him? Whoa! He's gone for the Sid Owen School of Reggae.
Yeah.
Flipping heck. It's going to be If I Had an Hammer.
Yeah. Here's the thing about
I'll hammer in the
this
morning.
particular style of reggae. Don't need to be a singer. Not even trying, just talking.
Let's have a look at some of the comments. Well, the picture, he's holding a hammer. And Caroline, first comment says,
He clearly has a hammer.
I thought life was shit, says Andrew, and then remembered that this existed and things seem so much worse. Reverend Jackson, just a beautiful sentiment. We could all learn a thing from Andy. Yes, I wish I had an hammer.
What's a nammer? Says cats are rubbish.
What's only 17 likes? Okay, well let's get it up. Oh, it's 31 now. Here we go. Fair play to him. Someone said to him, Andy,
Do you want to do a record?
it's $5,000. Can we have you for half an hour in the studio? What am I doing? If I had an hammer. $5,000, make it 7. Go on then. All right, I'm in.
Make it 5 minutes.
I'm in.
And no singing.
I'm in. Did he do another song? Handy
He must have had a B-side, surely.
Sings. Oh,
Or maybe it was a single.
maybe it was just that. I think it was just that. All right, fine. Well, that's that proven.
We need to find this stuff out. Thank you.
Yeah, we do, and this is our job. Whoa!
So far, we've had Linda Barker. We've not had a
The lady with the eyes.
Yeah.
Gloria Templeton. What's
Nope.
her name? She's there. She's there rubbing her...
Anna Ryder Richardson.
Yeah. Look, she's there writhing against a wardrobe in a zebra skin jacket.
Yeah, that zebra was never going to survive
Anna
in the wild,
Ryder
that
Richardson
shape.
was swanning around with her dark eyes and long dark hair and leather trousers.
Leather trousers.
I say, sir.
She sells conservatory blinds now.
Sorry?
Conservatory blinds.
Yeah. Gosh, look at Carol Smiley with a little neckerchief.
I know, look at that.
The late 90s, early 2000s really is a wonderful, wonderful era.
Linda Barker.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, what was his name? Graham?
Let's hear from Al Graham. Let's bring on the genius. It's Al Graham.
A quick reminder.
Is that a man? He looks like the guy from Black Lace. You know the guy from Black Lace got kidnapped in Spain?
What?
And this is true. And the kidnappers tied him up. And you know what they did?
Made him listen to Agadoo.
Yes.
Flipping out.
Isn't it? You bastards!
Oh!
Now, if that was
This
the other
is-
way round...
Yeah, this is pre-COVID times, everyone.
Bit jealous there.
Hello and welcome to Changing Rooms, the makeover challenge that pits neighbour against neighbour in a battle of DIY and design. This week we've come to Barnstable in North Devon.
I like Barnstable.
Devon, of course, one of the two counties looked after by Zeus and the team.
Thank you very much indeed. Nick, I wonder if there's anything that you can tell us about this. Please do let us know.
Where our two teams are not only neighbours, they're family.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Mark lives in this 3-storey converted
Don't touch it. That is an amazing place.
They shouldn't be going in there with MDF and all the crap that they're going to staple to the walls. We know this, and yet they will.
converted brewery with his wife Sally. Their dining room looks pretty good to me, but Sally's just not happy with
Oh,
it.
Sally, you're an idiot.
What is wrong with that?
Basically, can't get it right in here. We're fed up with it.
What?
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
She wants to... I hope they ruin it.
I think she's got to be friends with someone on the production team, and they were short of somewhere to go this time. And I'm hoping that means that what they'll put up there will be nothing stapled to the walls. Maybe it's just going to be just lightly affixed. Nothing that
Can I
won't
just
be
say,
ripped down after.
Her husband is a beautiful woman as well.
A lot of things haven't been finished.
She's insane, right?
Yeah.
What? That,
Yeah.
I hope they ruin it. I hope they
That's Urkel furniture.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's beautiful stuff.
Okay.
In fact, it's made locally to you, High Wycombe.
Okay, well, you've just doxed me. Thanks.
Well, you knew you were in Buckinghamshire.
It would be a good laugh.
Thought it would be a good laugh.
It won't be a laugh. It's going to be heartbreaking. They're going to destroy your beautiful home.
No, I mean, as Sally says, she's probably actually...
Oh, it's Mark Owen. It's either Mark Owen or the guy from Hollyoaks. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, any of them from Hollyoaks.
What a beautiful couple. They are both beautiful.
But unfortunately, they've just scrundered themselves.
Oh, what? They're the most beautiful people I've ever seen. Both of them, look.
As Sally says, she's probably actually do this room 3 or 4 times, and she'll watch someone like Lawrence on and say, oh, I like that. So this room's been like 3 or 4 different colours.
Colours I would hate
Colours.
Beautiful little burr there.
to see as very, very dark reds or navy blues.
I would really hate to see my floor painted over.
Okay, we know all of this is
Yeah.
probably going to happen.
You have the space bar. I've got the cursor if I
We
need
do.
it.
So let's have a little think now about what's going to happen. Let's just say it ain't
Painted
gonna,
floor, and it's going to be red.
yeah, ain't going to be magnolia by the end, is it?
As long as it's quite light colours.
In the daytime, until the sun comes round, this room's not a particularly light room. So if it was really dark...
In the daytime until the sun comes round, it's a...
That's
That's
what,
what...
at the night time.
Yeah, that's how light
Did you
works.
say when the sun comes up or the sun comes round?
When the sun comes round, in the daytime, when the sun comes round.
I mean, I don't think that's the only wrong thing about his thinking in this scenario, but okay.
And it's quite a high scene. If it was a dark scene as well, it would really make it feel enclosed
Wouldn't
and
it?
dreary.
Wouldn't
But
it?
Sally's is more the creative one.
You're the king of DIY, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm Andy too.
So why are you doing this with someone else who doesn't give a toss about your house?
Well, we'll see about that.
Exactly.
Mark's brother Shane lives up the road with his wife Trish.
Oh, not only neighbours, family.
Look, they've look at the comparison in houses. Look, both nice houses, but one is infinitely nicer than the others. I bet it was this couple that suggested it so they could get revenge.
Totally.
They're convinced their attic bedroom could look fantastic, but they just don't know how to make it happen.
Love the shape of the room. It doesn't bother me that it's small.
Oh, I've got it. They can't afford to get it done. So their brother, the rich couple have said, I tell you what, they can come and bugger our place up. It don't matter.
And what they were hoping for was for rich brother to bung him a few quid.
Yeah.
Instead, they're going to get stuff stapled on.
Here we go.
The only thing, like I said, I haven't got enough insight with this room. I couldn't fix it up to its
Oh, one of those canvas wardrobes. I had one of those.
Yeah.
full potential. So I'm just hoping that Mark and Sally will do the job for me.
It's small. It's very unfinished. I haven't got a wardrobe. I've only got a little rail there. It needs some nice colours, but we don't really know what we want to do here, so...
And I don't think we've actually got what it takes to make it look.
What it can do.
What, all one colour paint? That's all they needed, isn't it?
Get rid of that carpet, paint the walls, slight off-white, and it's all right, isn't it? That'll do.
That's not what's going to happen, though, is it?
No.
It'll end up being like some sort of boudoir.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a boudoir
Hang
man.
on. Red Fat Elvis says, did you know MDF is banned in Spain and France? Is that true?
Gosh.
Why would that be? Because it looks horrible. And they've got style. Okay.
What it really
Maybe they've seen this.
can look. So we thought we'd call the experts in.
Definitely.
They were busy,
As always,
so we've got the
time is
changing
of the
room
essence.
team.
2 days to be precise. The budget is set at £500.
500.
But that's in
pounds.
2001 money when it was worth about £500.
Yeah.
And communication lines are all severed. From now on, they're on their own. Well, not quite. Oranges, you've got Lawrence Llewellyn and Bowen. Blues, you've got Graham Wynne. And you're going to have to fight it out amongst yourselves, but the carpentry skills that nice boy.
Okay, so they are going to end up with a boudoir if it's Lawrence.
Yeah, it's going to be awful, isn't it?
Well, it's going to be a look.
Andy Keith. You're not needing them.
I will not need him. Not at all, Will.
Thanks a lot, Keith.
Good luck, son.
And off you go.
See you later. Cheers. Bye.
What do you think? Brotherly love or brothers in arms?
Can I just say, whoever uploaded all of these changing rooms from BBC America, thank you.
Yeah.
What did you do to the audio? Why is it all out of sync? Weird, isn't it?
That's the
Hang
way
on.
people spoke in the 90s.
Yeah.
What?
What is Mookie banging on about? Why would you name my family and delete the videos? Mookie, what are you talking about? You talking about this? I'm confused. What are you talking about this? I'm confused. I don't know if this is a joke or if this is having a go about something. Let's assume he's talking about this. He must be talking about this. That room is incredible.
No. What's happening to the floor already? They're not prepping that for paint, are they?
They're going to paint the
He said
floor.
leave the floor alone. Oh, God. You know what they're going to do?
They're going to paint it red and blue or turn
Or
it strips.
they're going to put MDF over the top and mess about with that.
Yes.
If they do that, then it's retrievable afterwards.
Yep.
But still, just don't. Why would you?
Take a well-earned break.
Oh, you've got paint.
Remind me what you want to do in here.
Well, we've kind of dubbed the house Peterson Palace. They've worked so hard in it, and it's such a beautiful...
She's
So
jealous.
so what we're going to do is we're thinking we'll ruin it.
She's jealous, isn't she? They hate them. They hate the
Well,
successful
it's
couple.
brothers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
house, and this is like the one room they haven't got around to doing yet. Yeah. So we just thought...
Imagine, that's the room that's not been done, and look at it. Imagine what the rest of the house is like.
God.
Bit of a regal effect.
Regal? Oh my God.
What are the
it's gonna
colours
be
you go
dark
with
red,
Regal?
Red and gold.
There we go.
Or purple.
Yeah.
Nice rich colours on the wall.
Jewel tones. We're talking jewel tones.
Get away from the plainness. Yeah.
The plainness is nice.
You were quite keen, weren't you, on making this very opulent,
No.
kind of almost a banqueting hall kind of thing.
Definitely.
So I think we could go with that.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
And I think because this is quite a big room and it's a very light room, I think it can go for quite dark, sort of
It can't. We know it can't.
sumptuous colour.
The sun doesn't come up in the right place and it's dark anyway.
Isn't it?
God, it's people. Why won't it go again?
Sorry,
You
'cause I
moved me
moved it.
mouse.
There you go.
And the other thing I think this room is lacking, there's two things. I think it's lacking focal points.
Oh, God.
There's
And
a
I think
fireplace.
The dining table that they've got is
Nice big picture window they've got there.
Yeah.
just too small. I think we need to do a really big kind of banqueting table
No.
500 quid.
I told you, that's expensive furniture.
Yeah.
in here. I think the other thing we have
They better not staple stuff onto the top of it.
a problem is with these alcoves. I think they need to be the same.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah, definitely.
And let's talk about the wall colour first, because I think that's really important.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Leave it alone.
Hey,
Leave.
Griffin, I've got flying ducks on my wall in the kitchen. You be careful, son. I have, actually. She bought them for me.
And it looks like this.
No!
That look and that pause was worthy of the great Oliver Hardy himself. That was wonderful.
Does he know his brother at all?
They should have both looked at the camera and gone, "Oh my god."
Oh, there should have been a.
Right, very straightforward things about making the room.
Hello, wipe clean.
Wowzers, look at him, you kinky little devil.
He's not planning to do any sanding, is he?
No.
Look bigger, okay? Forget that stupid
wanna see
pattern
his
carpet.
ass in the
Nice,
shower.
shiny, reflective floor surface. You know, pale timber, something like that. Reflects the light back, makes it much better. And also, using colour in a very clever way. What I've always found is to make a room look bigger, rather than painting it all one colour, the best thing to do is to have a more colourful panel in the middle of a wall.
Feature wall.
No.
A colourful panel.
Colourful panel in the middle of the wall. So it's
Unorthodox, but it might just work.
It's a feature panel on a wall.
What colour do you reckon?
I reckon. Do you know what? I think he's going to do quite a good job on this.
I can see him putting lots of mirrors in there. Let's see.
Okay, and then pale colour around it.
Right, yeah.
Because the pale colour is recessive, goes away from you, and the brighter colour comes forward. So your eyes kind of tricked into feeling that, you know, the boundaries are pushed back a bit. So I thought...
Trompe l'oeil, he's talking.
Arcan says he's all dressed to go vampire hunting straight after the show. Well done.
Really nice to go for something very tranquil and sort of in the warm, pale blue.
Yes, like that, definitely.
Yeah.
But
Bathroom blue.
use several shades of a warm,
Other bathroom blue.
pale blue.
Hang on. Robo BG artist. This is fake, by the way. The houses are up for being sold, not the owners. The people doing the rooms applied for the show like a game show would. These are not their homes. What a load of rubbish. Where's your evidence? Can you show me the evidence that happens in every single instance, please?
Is it because it's 2020 that everyone has to go, aha, but you've been fooled all this time because this is not what it seems?
That's nonsense. You're worse than Ian Brown.
Well, no one's worse than Ian Brown at the moment.
And then a lot of kind of whitey ivory around us.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
I like
it's the
this.
exact colours I think she's thinking of, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
So, Andy, big room, small table at the moment. So what I thought we could do is give them a very big table, like an
MDF
8-foot long table.
They're sticking it on the top, aren't they? They're going to stick it on the top of that lovely, expensive table.
Which is hence
Hang on a second. So, what is Poker Winfrey doing, please? Can you get into? Let me get into mod. Let me get into the mod chat. Let's have a little look here. Here we go. Mod. Let's have a little look. Poker Winfrey, please. How do I find? This is not mod setting I'm used to. Poker Winfrey, please. We take our responsibilities as channel.
Chat full of hate. Funny what you can find out about people. Always thought people were good people. Wishing people dead is not good. Take a good look at yourself. Sad little person.
All right, blah, 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 blah.
Ian Brown is a god. Okay.
Okay, block. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Next.
Let's carry on.
Scaffolding wood.
Right.
Can you graft some of this together to give me an 8x4 table?
Oh.
8x4 table.
Yeah, which we'll place on top of the original table.
What is it at the moment?
It's a pine table that's over there.
And that's it?
That's it. For now.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah, well, what else? Can you pile it onto me now? Pile it onto me.
Okay, that alcoves, there's one alcove that looks like one thing and one that looks like another, so we want to make them match. And there's a console table I want building.
Console table you want building as well?
Yeah, out of more scaff planks.
And that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
The tabletop,
Yeah.
alcove thingy, whatever you want done with that, and then a console table.
Yeah.
Breeze.
Is it?
A breeze. So he's going to make... What, he's going to just put wood on top
He's
of the
gonna
table?
he's gonna stick a very long piece of wood on that perfectly good table that goes with the nice chairs. He's going to mess about with the alcoves that are perfectly good.
Okay.
I mean, I thought it was a beautiful room. I didn't, when I saw it, I didn't go, oh my God, look at that. I was all skew whiff. And then a console table. It's going to be, effectively, it's going to be like a little thin. I mean, oh God, why?
Yeah, off you go. Just don't add any more to it.
No, I
Do you remember they went through a phase of having radiator covers?
Yes.
For a while, I thought I needed those.
Yeah.
Now, don't bother doing that bit.
Don't.
Yeah, because what I thought was, you know the way that they had the bed before?
Yeah.
Which was there, and it's just cutting the room in half. It looked terrible.
Yeah.
If we put the bed at this end,
He looks like
you've
a
got the
sex
length
doll.
for it, which is going to make the space much more
Right,
open,
definitely.
much less cluttered.
Yeah.
But also that means that we could possibly get two cupboards, either.
I think he's doing it on purpose.
The problem with putting the bed up against that wall is you get out either side and you're in the slope.
Yeah. You better hope neither of them is very tall.
Yeah.
Also, isn't there a little hole down there?
Yeah.
It's like two wardrobes either side,
Right.
which I think is going to take.
Yeah.
All,
What's
certainly
that? What are you going to do with that?
That's a dog hole.
A dog hole, yes. Famously so, yeah.
It was dog hole.
A dog hole. Or what would you put in there? Maybe they should slide the bed in there.
Yeah.
Place that they've got, and it means that the whole space is then
Lot
left
more room.
free. Yeah, we could just bit of furniture over there. I got Andy to just try out where the mark would be, and of course now what we've got is a pencil mark on the wall and no Andy.
I can
nothing.
see where this is coming from.
Come
No,
on.
definitely. I can build this for you. Any design you want, mate. I'm Andy too. Andy listening? No, Andy too, mate.
He says, I can see where this is coming from. He
Where
makes
this is
it,
going.
I can see where this is going.
Yeah.
Definitely. Anything you want, I can do it.
Right. Okay. Well, I am holding you to that.
Oh my lord.
Oh my lord! Oh, she just said that, but she, yeah.
That's only the first coat as well. Mind you, they'll only do one, won't they? It'll be patchy as.
Okay.
Deary me.
Do you like
Did anyone see Harlots when it was on? It's going to look like that.
it?
You don't like it, do you?
It's really purple.
No. It dries to a nicer colour, apparently.
Aubergine.
It dries to a nicer colour, apparently.
What, like Magnolia? That's how they'd like it.
Still going to be in that ballpark, isn't it?
Yeah. Of the ones that they don't want.
Kind of a colour. It'll be lovely. It'll be
All
lovely.
four walls.
I didn't think it was, but I think we're doing it with all walls.
The look we're going for is panto set.
Yeah.
Some on that wall, that wall, that
I thought we were actually needing that wall.
What are you saying?
I think Sally might like
Is
this.
this wall supposed to be this colour?
Yeah.
But not
Or is it
this.
supposed to be cream?
No.
Were we not going to leave a wall cream?
No.
Oh, why am I thinking that we were meant to leave a wall cream?
You were meant to leave all the walls cream, love.
I don't know. Why?
Oh, didn't we originally say that? Because with the living room being like different sort of...
I think what you said originally was that you kind of like the idea of certain walls being lighter than others.
Oh, right.
And I didn't.
Oh, right. Wow, that's all right then, isn't it?
You know, we do have the secret weapon that is Mark. He is fantastic.
Is he that good though?
Allegedly. So I don't want you in any way to feel challenged or sidelined, or you know that I don't still love you, but you know Mark's going to be doing a lot of this.
Well, let Mark do all of it. Ta-da.
I knew I shouldn't have said that.
Over in the Orange House, Lawrence is hoping to start a new design trend.
I want to do a board around that because
Oh, God, no. What now? Where is that
Look at
going?
the state of it.
Right, what's happening with that sheep? Is it going?
God.
Is it going to get stuck to the wall in some way?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
It will make it look a bit bigger in the room, and just why not? So gingham board around the edge of that.
You're joking.
No, that is absolutely seriously true designer thing. We'll all be doing it next year.
We didn't.
I doubt that.
Every furry bit in your home will be edged in gingham.
No.
Is this your idea? Or
Yes.
It is?
It's funny.
I had an original idea.
I had an original idea.
Lawrence Llewellyn bollocks.
Yeah, must be something in the water.
Yeah, how's it going, Mark? How you doing, mate? I'm nice to see you. You all right? Yeah, I'm good. Well, I was just coming up there to give you a hand with this, but obviously... What do you think?
What's that flap for?
What is he? Are they building wardrobes? Building very tiny, not very deep wardrobes. Shallow is the opposite of not very deep.
But aren't they putting the bed in the middle of that?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay.
Yeah. They better close that door, otherwise someone's going to be.
I think it's good. Very good.
Not bad for a learner, mate.
Does it close?
It closes absolutely perfect, mate.
Yeah, it's good. Very good.
You happy with that?
Well, more than that, me, mate. I'm over the moon.
They're going to ignore that hole. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I haven't got to build it.
It saves you doing the job. Definitely. No, I'm happy with that, mate.
What's all this here then?
Stop
Well,
saying
what
mate.
should we-
Stop saying mate.
They've both got pencils behind their ears, therefore they have to employ the term mate.
We've got, apparently, there's a sheet of MDF. We're going to put it right up against the wall.
Of course they are. Of course they are.
So it's going to cover that gap, and it's going to cover the arch as well.
Right, okay.
So we're going to get away with it plastering that, which is good for me.
Okay, cool.
Good for you.
And I believe there's a flooring going down as well.
There is, mate. Laminate, apparently,
Pause for a
yeah.
second. We're going to get Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen on this show. We're going to get Lawrence on this.
Maybe
show.
I shouldn't have called him Lawrence Llewellyn bollocks.
No, I think he would. I think he would take it. Someone in the chat is saying he's very self-aware. I think he is. He gets it. Let's get Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen on this show. Play.
But I say, I'm hoping it's going to be the clip one. It's going to be a bit easier for me.
So I'll give you a hand.
I'll give you a hand.
No, I'll give you a hand.
I'll give you a hand, and then.
All right, you can give me a hand.
Just kiss.
Doing it.
Yeah.
So have you ever done one before?
I've done quite
It
a
looks.
few
It's
floors,
Mark Owen and Gary Barlow. Mark Owen and Gary Barlow. Look, that's great.
Sensational.
You, mate.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm hoping to pick up some tricks.
The only trick I'll be able to is how to get out of here quick.
What does that even mean?
He made a joke about that before, about leaving early.
I think it's
British
'cause
workers. If he was Polish, he would be the last one to leave. He'd
He'd
just
be
be
finished
there.
by now.
Yep, totally.
No titting about. He wouldn't be trying to palm his job off on some bloke.
Yep.
In an orange polo shirt.
Now,
Who, by the way, if he's that capable, why hasn't he done it before now?
Yeah.
It's a lovely shape, and it's got a lot going for it other than the fact it's black.
Oh God, it's gonna end up being painted.
Pink. I would like that pink with the pale blue. Work perfectly.
Or silver. Something.
I would really like to spray it. I would really like to spray it.
And so spray it he does. Down the road, Andy and Shane demolish one of Mark's DIY masterpieces.
And ruin his house.
His alcove.
yeah.
And tucked away up in the attic, Graham and Trish add a bit of character to the fireplace using some warm...
Ha ha ha! Don't add characters to that fireplace. It was beautiful.
That was the trend for a
What-
while, though,
what
was
are they gonna
painting them,
What
yeah.
are they going to stick on it?
Why are they doing it in the attic? That can't be the easiest, most accessible place in the... Anyway.
Watered down emulsion paint.
This will look so much better.
It won't.
Aged art. It looked a bit like it had just come from the shop, don't you
Yeah,
think?
a bit too
What nice.
clean, a bit too white.
Bed spraying complete, Lawrence and Sally get to work on the
It is going to look like Baron Hardups, isn't it?
This is incredible.
pine furniture.
If you're colour washing wood, always wet the timber first, because that opens up the grain, and it sucks in more.
And if you're upholstering chairs, you can't beat a good old staple gun.
Right, end of day one. Over at Lawrence's house, construction is so far ahead, Large.
By the way,
hand in pocket,
no
jacket over
one
the
carries their
shoulder.
jacket like that.
She's
do
ready
they?
to go home.
She needs to learn how to put a jacket on properly.
Blues Noodler says the attic is the size of my living room. That is some amazing house they're in.
I don't think they need to let some chances in spending £500 botching it up.
Hang on. To evade Slug says, I can't stand it when my stuff looks like it comes from a shop.
What you want to look like is if some chancers come in there and tried to make it look old.
The fact that Mark is very handy, leaving our Andy to come over here and do all.
Who's that? Who's that over her shoulder?
Is that Andy?
All Graham's jobs. Oh. Sewing's well underway, painting's finished, floors are going down tonight. Everybody's happy. Apart from me. Call me old-fashioned, but I still think they're going to hate that purple.
That was the twat that's bugging up the room.
Yeah. And they're messing with the floor.
Well, if they hadn't just had a little bit of varnish to it, that's all right. Little bit of dark varnish, that's all right.
He wanted a lovely, light, bright room.
Yeah.
Oh, this is looking really good. Really, really good.
It's nice, isn't it?
But it was a bit of a hassle to put down, wasn't it?
It was a lot of hassle to put it down.
It's worth it.
Definitely.
It really is worth it.
They've got a lovely
It looks really nice. Filler on the wall, good. We need to see the colour blocks there, and we've got to do the toile de jeu.
I know you said sandies, but...
Well, I think just a light sanding, because I want them slightly antique anyway, and we're going to spray over.
Where are they from? What are they jousting poles?
They look like banisters. Has he taken them? Have they got like some sort of great sweeping staircase that now is?
Well, it's an old brewery, isn't it? So
Yeah.
maybe there is something there. The skip, Master 140, yeah.
Over them and then crackle glaze them. So it's quite candlesticks. I want these to become 2 big candlesticks. But no, seriously.
Jesus Christ.
Like I said, it's going to look like a panto set.
Yeah, something.
Like chopping this section off completely, and then chopping that bit off completely.
That's so horrible.
And then throwing them in the bin and going and buying some candlesticks.
Yeah, so I end up with one big candlestick.
It'll be there to there.
Yeah.
Would you get this in some salvage yard?
Salvage yard, yeah.
How much?
£15 each. I think that's so cheap. And look, Carol, these bits. Curtain finials.
Oh, what are you like?
No, I think that's great.
Mr. Economical.
Don't you think that's a fantastic idea, curtain finials? Yeah? Okay, so that's what we're doing. Oh, and listen.
Imagine the weight of that curtain pole.
God, you know, I know a lot of people. The BBC is guilty of just covering up so much and hiding in plain sight. These people are hiding in plain sight.
I'm really pleased with this floor. Have you seen it?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It is fantastic. That is really nice.
The floor looks good.
It's not what they wanted, but okay.
No. They didn't want it painted. That's not painted. That's just a dark varnish.
They wanted it light.
They wanted the room light.
Yeah. What's happening now?
They're slapping the wood. You never slapped the wood before? I'll show you how to do it after the show.
So, yeah, I want really, really duffed up. I want this to look 100, 300, 400 years old. So
Duffed up.
Chain, perfect. What about...
He wants to be careful. He's wearing chinos there.
She's doing it with a rag, isn't she?
Yeah. Maybe it's got some. Maybe it's a sock with some snooker balls in it. But I've heard that doesn't leave a mark.
Who's the daddy?
Woodworm as well. I've got the
I
drill out. I
love
want to make some
drilling.
holes in it, like woodworm.
Oh, God,
Anything to stop it looking like 60p a foot scat planks, which is what it is.
You like your chains, don't
Yeah,
you,
I've had
Graham?
a really bad day. This is a great way of getting rid of it.
He's into bondage, really.
As you can imagine, Lawrence deals with his designer frustrations in a very different way.
When the going gets tough, go shopping, all right? That one well chosen.
Lawrence says he's going to look all right.
Yeah, because he's not doing it in a.
Yeah.
God, that other place. It's vandalism, really, is what it is, isn't it? And I know, yeah, okay. Some people are saying the purple look. Yeah, okay. They didn't want that.
She looks like Gillian Tailforth.
She does in this misty light, yes.
Oh, that I really like. I'm really running out of money.
Oh dear. I sweet £3, I think.
Yeah.
250.
Something like that's quite nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
Pleasure
very
doing
much.
business
Thank
with
you.
Marbles.
Marbles. Is that too bright?
Come on, it's £5.
Thank you very much.
How do you think everything's going, really?
I'm actually quite worried.
You should be.
I am a little bit worried. It's
I'm
quite...
fine at death.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, stop, hang on.
Uh-oh.
Are we in trouble? Attention, a scheduled recording will begin in 2 minutes. Medium.
Is that the code? WHEC. Is that a code?
I guess that might be the channel. It's taped in America, so maybe that's the channel. But
Channel 10.
What do they have? They don't have Skype. Is it TiVo they have over there?
Yeah.
The TiVo is possibly going to crash.
It better not.
It actually is a lot different.
We're going to finish again in time.
I hate this noise.
Yeah.
That's not really what I'm worried about.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, I thought we will.
I'm not talking about them talking. I'm talking about their
I think the idea is really good that Greg's come up with, but it's just a little bit different to what I think we both...
I just wish he was in your openness on this table.
Now is the time to explain the much spoken of term toile de joie. Okay? Toile as in French for cotton, joie as in a village not a million miles away from Versailles. It was a technique for printing cotton fabric which was developed in the 1780s. Okay? So often the scenes would be cherubim or shepherdessy or something like that, but
sometimes filthy.
Always they'd look like this. They'd look like a copper plate etching. To do this with fabric or paper would cost a fortune. So what I've done...
Hang on a second. Pyjama Speed says, well, no, not actually French for cotton. Is it?
Toile just means material.
Okay, thank you. And thank you to Kaki and Mark. WHEC is a channel in upstate New York.
Thanks for clearing that one up for us.
Is drawn my own, okay?
Very good.
And then photocopied it onto Lasertran paper, which, when it's soaked, like this, becomes a transfer.
It was going so well.
And that will stick to the wall, because that's why I've been blobbing bits of PVA on the wall like
PVA, school glue. That's what we're using here.
that. And get all the air out with a cloth. When they're dry, they get a matte varnish, and it looks just like a fabric or wallpaper finish. There you go. Cherubagogo.
Lovely.
So what do you reckon to my supersonic artwork?
Nice to know that you've the last piece is being stuck.
Well, I think it's really, really good.
Well, you would.
I've never seen nothing like this before.
Well, I have to say neither have I, but there's a first for everything. But I thought what we'd do is put these 3 panels above the console table.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then this one big one over the fireplace.
Nice.
I think it'd look really good.
Yeah.
So considering it was just a
Whoa,
photocopy
whoa.
that big...
Cancel, yes,
They need
cancel
to
the
cancel
recording of
recording
Prison
Prison
Break.
Break.
We don't record Prison Break. I mean, unless it's season 1 or season 2. Season 2 is deliciously stupid and over the top, but after that, it's ridiculous.
I think it's blown up really well, and it's going to look very, very impressive. The last thing to do
It's
is
gonna come back, don't worry.
to frame some cutlery and put it between
No,
the door
why?
and the window.
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? Why are we framing cutlery now?
Let's jump forward
He's
a
not
bit.
the same guy who had the spoons for opening the drawers, was he?
No.
Different fella.
Kind of, slightly Frenchified, very grown-up-ish space.
Oh!
I don't hate it. I don't hate
it. That is great, considering it's it's the end of terrace, not a great house, nice house, and what it was before. That is great.
Why have they got their heads in the? Why have they got their?
Yeah, you could,
someone's going to bang their face.
I like to lean over the edge of the bed, but I don't live there.
Were there any challenges?
The space is very complicated, and where they had the bed originally, which was cutting it up, was a nightmare. Storage was a problem, so that's
Where's
why
the toile de
all of
lait?
that's been pushed.
Toile de joie.
Easy.
It was on the back wall there, where the bed head was.
Where? Where is the lambskin with the Hessian?
Oh God, what the gingham
The
sheep.
gingham Hessian.
To that end, and I think that makes the room feel much bigger, much more spacey. Plus things.
Nice floor.
So you want to read, or you want to take your glasses off? Where are you popping those?
Okay, carry on.
Like putting in the band.
You're looking for problems where I
Well,
don't think you should be.
I think people need bedside surfaces.
okay, let's see.
rails going right the way up.
What was your most extravagant buy?
The floor. Which all in, by the time there's underlay and the edging strips, was about £180.
Oh! Best Buy?
Barnstaple Pannier Market
He
gets
made that
my
into a rug.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
Sally and I went there.
I thought that was going on
I
the wall.
got that,
We ordered.
whatever it is, modern thing, for £5. That candlestick, we got these photographs, we got marbles, we got little flowers, and you know, it was £2-3 here. Fantastic.
Favourite piece?
Favourite piece, I like the toile de jouet. I think that works very well, and I do adore your rug.
That was a pubic hair joke, right? Okay.
So very personal. But I don't hate it. I don't think.
I think it's great.
I mean, it is. They are always, and I think when it's a kind of cheap, quick job, they're always going to kind of look a bit panto-y.
Yeah.
That's Cinderella's bedroom. We're going to go and see Baron Hardup's dining room in a second. Out of the two, I'd rather have that one.
Yeah. Hang on a second. I just need to do that. There we go.
Right, open your eyes.
My God.
Oh, it's so gorgeous.
I mean, it was awful before, so anything's going to be good, right?
Crikey. Well, look at the floor. Got rid of that horrible carpet.
Look at the bed.
Bed is white now.
God. Look, taking this one out.
Yeah.
Oh, look, they put my cherubs in. I'm always going on about how much I love angels and shit.
I can't believe it. No, that is excellent. Beautiful, isn't it?
Your old ones that have
Never
been...
our old
Yeah,
ones.
they are. They've been whitewashed to sort of a...
Look at that.
Oh, bless them. They've honestly.
Well done.
I cannot believe this is going to be our bedroom. It's actually now. I can tell you now, it's my most favourite room in the house. It doesn't even look like the same room.
No, it doesn't, does it?
They're in so much trouble.
Why?
Well, when the others see what they've done to theirs.
Oh, I know, yeah.
It's just nothing I would change.
Maybe
It's
I'd move that
all
marble a little bit more to the right. To be critical.
perfect. No, it's fantastic.
Down the road, Graham has created a dining room that's fit for a king. This is the Peterson Palace, after all. The only problem is Sally and Mark don't like dark colours.
Big change.
Absolutely.
What was your brief?
Well, it was to do a full...
Oh, God.
What's he done there? Is that ivy coming from the ceiling? Is that what's
Listen,
that
if you were having like a Halloween party or something, you'd dress it up like that.
Yeah.
For a night.
Yeah.
God.
Full dining room, and very much they wanted these kind of colours and this kind of ambience, which I think we've achieved really, really well. I'm really pleased.
Challenges?
Challenge? Well, all of it was a challenge, really, wasn't it?
I think that couple will be good sports about it.
Of course they will, because they're rich and they can afford to. They'll get it done as soon as everyone goes.
Yeah.
Best Buy?
Actually, it's got to be those little boxes with cutlery in.
They're
The
great.
cutlery was only £1 for
Was it? It looks...
Shit.
the whole lot from a market, so I think that's amazing.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why not put pictures of, I don't know, like their parents or their grandparents or family?
Well, that would require...
Chihuahua.
I mean, they've got someone's dead nan's cutlery there in a box.
Daddy Bear Cub says it's very premier in a wedding reception venue, isn't it?
Totes.
Yes,
Is that your favourite piece?
Well, actually, no, I've got... Am I allowed two favourite things?
Of course.
No, you can't.
I think it's this table and also this fireplace, which they...
What have they done to the chairs? They're not the same chairs, right?
They've covered them.
But they weren't the same chairs.
They had before, but we've aged it up, and I think it looks so, so good. I'm pleased. Are you pleased?
I am pleased because I got such a fright when I came in here on the first day. I can't tell you because I just thought...
But I love this colour. What's the
I do
matter
love
with
this
it?
colour now. You'd think after all this time in this show I'd have the foresight to know. You have to wait till the second or third coat has gone on to make a judgment. So I'm sorry.
Yes, absolutely. I love it.
Well, it was a lovely room when you left it yesterday. Let's hope that you still think it's a lovely room. Open your eyes.
Bloody hell.
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh,
You
come, you let us
absolute-
down, you traitors!
I was rooting for you. In the words of
Oh.
Tyra, I was rooting for you.
He did mean actual candlesticks. Those are the candlesticks.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah. I mean...
Over it. Graham, you're the man. You're the man.
Stop it, you two. You don't like it.
Love it.
Drop your light down and put little shades on it.
Oh, the table was absolutely superb.
Come on, now I know you're joking.
That looks fantastic.
Mirrors in both alcoves.
I just realised there's a cupboard there. I completely forgot. I'm actually... tell you what.
It is stunning. It's stunning.
Can you remember we were saying earlier, someone said to us, oh my God, what happens if you get really big curtains? No, we don't like gaudy curtains. Absolutely unbelievable.
The floor is...
Oh, that was a thing.
What, rubbing on the floor like that?
Yeah, supposed to be like a sort of... Yeah, that was a thing. To be honest, my bedroom curtains are a bit like that because I couldn't be asked to take them up, and they are a thing.
It's been done. It probably needs redone.
No, that's even better because it looks really old-fashioned.
Yeah.
I can't get... And the fireplace looks superb, and I'm glad he's
Fireplace has
left
been
it.
aged.
I tell you what, though, he is the king.
Not too
Graham's
not too posh bags.
Sure. I wouldn't have dreamed of having it like this.
It is the
colours were not.
I was going to say it, then my cousin.
The business. The business. That's the word you're looking for.
Definitely. It is definitely the dog's business. It's super.
It is super.
Yeah.
It's super.
Do you think they like this?
I might be able to brush you in there later, but it's spot on.
Hello.
I tell you what, I'm trying to get hold of it. Seriously.
Those two. There's history between those two.
Oh, now, come on.
There's history between those two. Straight into that. History. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. She went out with him first.
Who would do something like that?
Catherine.
Brilliant.
Got yours.
Oh, top job. Seriously. Yeah. Absolutely super.
So brotherly love or brothers in arms.
Brotherly love, definitely. Spot on, son. Spot on.
Didn't love him enough to sort his house out for him, did you?
Yeah,
Good job. I'm well happy.
So relieved. What can I say? That's it from Barnstable and Devon. Join us again soon on Changing Rooms. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, see you later.
Monkeys that do knit together stay together.
I enjoyed that. We'll do it again
I
Friday.
always enjoy them, but I wouldn't let them anywhere near my house. And my house is a mess.
That was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we've got a few more minutes. I'm going to open up the Skype for a little bit.
Okay.
Just in case anyone fancies. You maybe want to pass judgment on that.
Look at the time.
I know, and then we'll do a little raid in a bit. I'm tired and I'm hungry. What's this? Home's in their hands. What is this? What have you
Oh,
seen?
it's that woman again.
Oh.
She does not take...
Oh, we've seen this one, haven't we?
I'm not sure we've seen this one, but we've seen that this woman reacting to people's criticism of her work, and she doesn't... Let's just say she doesn't hide her emotions very well.
No, let's have a little look. This is from Neil. Neil sent us this. Thank you, Neil.
Oh, yeah, we have seen this one.
No, it wasn't this one.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
He looks a lot.
With the swag.
I haven't seen this one. This wasn't one we showed on the stream. The one we saw was another couple where it was all done like a toy factory or something.
I'm pretty sure we did. The S&M idea.
Did we, guys, have we shown this? This is now more important than anything. Have we shown this? Not on the stream. Thank you, Dave. We haven't. I have never seen this. I've never seen this. No, but why are you being a dick about it? I have never seen this.
Well,
You've
how
seen...
have I seen it? I've never seen this programme before.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen this.
Go on.
No, not until you admit that I have never seen this.
I don't know what you've seen, obviously.
Right. We have not shown this on this stream because I've never seen this. Oh, Andrea says, I sent this clip to Catherine. So you might have seen it.
Okay.
I haven't.
All right, fine.
Okay, so could you say sorry to the viewers?
Appalls, everyone.
And could you appalls to me?
Appalls to you.
But could you use the word sorry?
Sorry now.
Could you say, no, not sorry now. Could you say sorry, Ian?
Sorry, Ian.
Right, now can you take the snark out of it?
I'm not being snarky.
Unbelievable.
Bigger than it was. A lot bigger.
So I think...
That's some outfit.
She's not been sanding, has she?
Some outfit she's wearing to go and show them her room. I mean, dear God.
Also,
her and Lawrence, man, they'll be slipping and sliding all over the place.
Where are they going after?
Vampire hunting, I think we established. My God.
Looks smaller.
No, I don't at all.
You don't look overly excited.
She's going to get a whip
Look
out.
at her face.
Yeah. Face. Yeah, okay.
I don't particularly like the case. I really don't like the squirrel.
I do.
I'm not a big fan of the pearls. I don't like the drawers. I don't like the mannequin.
Oh!
And I'm very undecided about the curtain effect.
I think what he's saying
Other
is
than-
he doesn't like it.
No, yeah, I like the bed and the carpet and the lamp.
Is
Oh,
he?
Steve, it's beautiful.
Is he the guy that? Is he Warwick Davis? He looks like. Look at his face.
I
He
love
looks
it.
like him, doesn't
It's
he?
much brighter. It's quite romantic.
He's
But
got a look of the Warwick Davis about
What's
him.
romantic about that room?
Well, the moment she leaves, nothing.
kitsch at the same time. So for me, I'm delighted. I really am.
Well,
look at him. Is that his mum?
Neither of you could agree on anything anyway, could you? So
Oh,
I don't
now.
think there would ever have been a
putting herself in between the couple. We've seen this pattern before.
perfect solution in this room. So should we go and see what Jess's room is like now? Should we
Yeah.
grab her and have a look?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Okay.
After you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God, they made the
Squeak,
kids.
squeak,
They made the
squeak.
kid.
Oh, it's Penny Crayon. So we just done all the numbers again.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right. These things happen. It's normally me
I
that
was
does it.
horrified.
Matty, can we sort that out, please? Let's go to Penny Crayon. She's about
Oh
15.
my God! I thought it was going to be a child's.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh God.
What's that?
Well, there's
What's
boobs.
that?
Oh, you can't see the video. Sorry, guys. Matty, thank you. Sorry, I need to sort something out because we can't keep having that. But hang on. There we go.
But they told her to dress all in white as well, so she looks like part of it.
After you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh God.
That is disgusting.
I mean,
She's going to cry. Why would anyone do that?
No.
Hey, Sinjin. She speaks for all of us. Listen to the children. Child is the father of the man.
I like it.
No, I hate it.
I like it.
No.
I think it's just more childish than I wanted it to be.
She's what? Is she about 12, 13, 13?
I think she's about 14.
A lot more childish than I wanted it to be, in all fairness.
None of your friends are going to have a room like this.
No, for good reason. What? I mean, look at that. What's that?
Oh, yeah.
None of them.
I think that might be why she doesn't like it.
It's not me. I really don't think this is me.
Well done for her speaking up, because that's tough.
Yeah.
Got a film crew there, and that's tough.
Oh God.
So, it's not, is it?
What? I don't like that you're upset.
Well, you effed up my room, Mum. You let these idiots come in and F up my room.
You've done your own bedroom. That's one thing.
Yeah, imagine doing LSD in there. You're right.
Okay, so not thumbs up on this one,
A bit, no.
sadly.
You've upset a teenage girl
And her dad.
and humiliated her on TV.
That is a shame. Oh dear. It's a real shame because Zoe and Steve has chosen to take the risk.
Zoe and Steve has chosen to take the risk.
Oh dear. It's a real shame because Zoe and Steve has chosen to take the risk to hand their keys over to the amateur designers. It's sort of paid off for them. It's certainly paid off for Zoe so far, but it really hasn't paid off for Jess.
33% of the people involved in this are happy. That means 2/3 are unhappy.
But they has taken a risk.
Yeah, they has taken a risk.
We need to rectify that.
I really don't like my room. It is too childish. And it's just,
Put
it's
some
not
pictures of
what I
Adamant
wanted
up or something.
special.
I mean, but also that, I mean, the lampshade thing.
Actual scenes.
What?
actual scenes.
I don't.
I think we're done.
I can't.
Matty, if you could cut those bits out, thank you. I'm going to download it and I'll cut. Yeah, thank you. I need to find a way of avoiding that happening. That's my.
Sorry, that's the first time I've leant forwards like that.
How dare
onto the
you lean
keyboard.
forwards? You has taken a risk. I need to find a way of just making that a little bit safer, and that will never happen ever again. Not your fault, it's all my fault. I'm going to tidy all of this up tomorrow. This is going to be a joy. I haven't got anything tomorrow. I've got someone coming to buy my, that. Have you seen the like radio I've got by my bed? You know the one I spent ages getting rid of it.
Okay.
Getting rid of it. 20 quid gone.
You saying it doesn't really work?
I never use it. I use that little speaker now. I don't know. I've got it's got Blu-ray and internet and CD. I never use it. I don't place it. It's gone. Tomorrow morning, someone's coming, and that
you don't need it. Get it.
It
gone.
Should we do a little? Let's just see if there's anything on the. Do you want to check the show emails to see if there's anything? Because for some reason I don't have those up.
Hey.
Let's have a little look, see if we've missed anything here. Right, we'll do a little. Anything? People begging to be unblocked?
Yeah, a bit.
Who is this? George 555. No. George says you. I want to subscribe again, and when I would love. No, I got overexcited and made some suggestions. George, you can watch the show, but no, thank you very much.
Anthony, that called when we were expecting to hear from Limmy, says I rang him before, got flummoxed, and ended up hanging up. But at least that's the first time I called, and I've been listening to for 5 years. I'll ring again.
Anthony, hang on a minute. You're getting this. You are an excellent sport. I'm sorry we threw you a little bit of a curveball. You're a good sport. I look forward to our second call. Thank you.
I think that's it.
Oh, I tell you what, let's mention quickly our sponsors. This show would not be happening without 34sp.com. 34sp.com. 34sp.com, their web hosting. If you're thinking of getting a website, and you know what, we've all been developing a little side hustle during the lockdown, or you've got a website and you think you're paying too much for the web hosting, go to 34sp.com. If you use the code TLNA, 3 months free. How am I going to do it? I can't do enough. 3 months for free. We've talked about how ethical and that. I tell you what, tomorrow we're going to read some reviews, because the reviews are voila. Poseidon Safety Management, largest supplier of guard dogs in the 2 counties. They are passionate about making a difference in the area. All patrols are done by local people. They are making Devon and Cornwall better. They have a real human touch. You can ring them up for a chat. I would suggest don't ring them up and say penis.
It's already been done.
It's been done. You'll be beaten. You've been beaten to that. And I also don't just ring up, because you're feeling lonely. I mean, you could, but I would suggest if you want to talk to them about security in Devon and Cornwall, that's probably the best. Big up the Gregorian.
Right up
there. We gave away some prizes last week. Did you know who paid for them? Richard Gregorian. He set up a little account with our friend Scott Balcony at Balcony Shirts, and chucked a few £100 in there. And so any prizes that we give away, for the moment anyway, have come from Richard at gelaw.co.uk. So thank you. And SommersWasteSolutions.com. It's a difficult thing to make sound sexy. They'll sort out all of your waste needs, whether you want, documents shredded. They can either do it on site or off site. If you want skips, if you want buildings cleaned, if you want, they cover everything that you can possibly imagine.
Toxic waste, commercial waste.
You said toxic wake.
Waste.
You said wake.
I know.
And they've been going for 10 years. It's their 10th anniversary this year, and they were going to do a big old celebration, and then COVID kicked in. So I think they're going to carry that over. Oh, remind me tomorrow to talk about the big thing that 34SP are doing for their 20th year. But Sommers, it's their 10th year. They were going to have a big old celebration. Not sure about body disposal, Maester 140, but I would suggest give them a call. Let me put their details up on screen. I would suggest 0333 577 7442. It's got to be worth having a word with them. info@sommerswastesolutions.com if you'd rather email, and that will be that. Right. Let's do
a raid.
A little raid. Let us do a little raid. You've had poetry tonight. You've had Lawrence Lord. You've had beautiful men and women in tight leathers. You've had pictures of aliens' bum holes. You've had a lot.
You've had more than your fair share. Let's put it that way.
Stardew Valley. Now, what were you playing? What were you playing? What was the game you were playing?
I was playing Harvest Moon.
Should we see if we can find a Harvest Moon? That's Iron Harvest. I want specific.
Light of Hope. That one.
Where? Oh, that's the game.
Yeah.
Right. Should we see if we can find?
No results found.
No.
It's like there's a gap in the market.
No.
It's a really old game.
No live views. Should we find someone playing a game tonight?
Yeah.
We don't do gamers. So let's browse. I would like a little bit of retro. I think let's find a little bit of retro. We want live channels. Oh no, we want that. And we want retro. Let's see if we can find. I want someone on video, so we can see their face. Okay, retro. Viewers low to high. Here we go. So we want a little camera so we can see them. Let's see what we got here, guys. Let's see what we got here. Cheapest red wine I could find, chilling after dark. I'm quite sure what's retro about this, but
Kinda is, but.
Hey dudes, my name's Nick and I'm from Canada. I like to play a lot of horror games. Thought it'd be fun to stream them also. You're welcome. Oh, this guy. It's got to be this guy, Kath.
Go on, let's do it.
It's got to be this guy. He's getting boozed up. Let's go and blow his mind.
I didn't have enough for.
Let's go and blow this guy's
a
mind.
pint of hard liquor or anything.
A pint of hard
This
liquor.
was the best I could do.
Let's
for,
go and raid a drunk man.
What I could afford, you know.
This is going to be fun. He's got one person watching him, which I think is me. We will be back. Thank you, Catherine. I really enjoyed that. We will be back tonight at 10. Don't forget, go and get the podcasts. We've tidied up the TLNA podcast feed. We've got rid of all the rabbit holes. Anyway, let's go and see this guy. See you tonight.